Welcome to Above Table. I am your Dungeon Master Sky. I shall be leading you through a dark and terrible tale of blood and horribleness. We have players. Let's introduce the players today.
Hi!
Oh, actually, before we get too far, let's skip this. We'll come to the players in a second. We're all a little fangy today. We look fantastic. The reason why is because it's Eric's birthday. And if you've watched the stream at all, you know that Eric is currently playing a Damphir wizard by the name of Armand.
He's the Armaniest.
Yes, he's so Armandi. And so in a moment of solidarity for Birthday Boy, we have embodied the very nature of his undead soul in physical form. Currently, we're all vampire-y. Some of us are rocking the 1990s special. Some of us have already costumey things for it. Eric has the top and bottom teeth, which is quite impressive.
I can't talk.
And with that, now let's do characters.
Hello, everybody. I am John,
Device for me.
and I am playing. Ironically, with today's setup, the paladin named Valgan. He seeks justice in all things.
Hello everybody, my name is Corinne and I play the Warforged monk Lena. And quick shout out to Samantha. Thank you for the cute dress, Samantha, and thanks for watching.
It's so cute.
It's pretty good.
It's so cute.
Hi,
Hello.
I'm Amy. I'm playing Ro. She is a tabaxi and she shoots things with her bow because she is a Gloomstalker ranger.
And we missed you last time.
I missed being here. I was out of town. It was an extended trip. I watched you for a while. The language was kind of bad, so I had to stop because our neighbors were Amish. And my mother pointed it out before, like, I noticed, and I felt a little bad.
I will say, Sky did a very good Ro impression.
Did.
Particularly at the end where it's like, oh my gosh, it took you so long to get here. It was very...
Gloomstalker vampire.
You were there in spirit.
Hi, I'm Dexter. I play Duke. And he's a fighter warlock.
Shadar-kai.
Shadar-kai. There we go. I knew I was missing something. Oh, and I'm the cat of the Cat and Bat show, which has been established in canon.
Fair.
It is a thing. There's even feats to support it. Hello, everybody. My name is Armand, and I am the enchanter of the group, aside from being very beautiful, but also a wizardly sort. But, yes, very excited to be here, and thank you for the happy birthday wishes.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
I took my teeth out because they're very difficult to do.
I would have loved to see you do your intro with those teeth in there.
Well, hold on. Okay, so
Give it a shot.
my name is Katinka Ingo Ringo 499.
Ingo, bingo, porn.
This is the stream that people come to see. Awesome. All right,
That
so
wasn't bad.
Your boy Skylar made it. Yay!
yo, Skylar.
Nice, the Skylar.
Previously, you guys were working your way through the shroom tunnels and decided to try to save the shroom entity by installing a new host. Marcel volunteered for the job, and with some sneakiness and some diversions, you managed to get Marcel where he needed to be to take over being the Gloomspore King. During that battle, you started to notice some of the enemies as well as some of the townspeople that were kind of huddled in there were getting nabbed away by some kind of shadowy creature, including Katinka was taken and Ro was taken.
Rude.
As you got closer to the back, it started to seem like it was pulling harder and harder. Duke decided to just go with the flow and jump on in. Everyone else tried to kind of figure out what was going on, but slowly was just, resist after resist was eventually unsuccessful, and everyone was pulled into this dark wind, kind of concentrated on this dark stone. Sulfur, shadow, smoke, soot. Before you is a seemingly unending expanse of desolation and hostility. Spires of black rock jut out like obelisks. The ground itself seems to be shards of razor-sharp obsidian that scrape and crunch as you walk. Above the sky is an endless expanse of darkness, darker than the night sky of your own world. There is no sun, no moon, just a blanket of perpetual twilight that casts an eerie, pale glow upon everything. A layer of dark mist swirls everywhere you can see. Directly in front of you is what appears to be a tear in the fabric of reality. Flashes of the world you came from light the space with the only color you can see. Hey, take these out. Because it's hard to talk.
Yeah, I was
You've been
just
doing
gonna
a
say,
great
like,
Epic monologue
what
with
you
like
wrote
lisp.
there just has too many S's for those T's.
Sulfur, shadow, smoke, and soot. All I said. Sulfur, shadow, smoke, and soot.
I thought you did an excellent job.
At the top of a hill in the distance, you see a plume of black smoke with flashes of lightning sparkling through it. Haphazardly, an imposing, huge creature with long horns seems to be slowly moving forward. Though it's hard to tell if its slow movement is because it's actually moving slow or if it's because its sheer size seems to make its movement slow. The Onyx approaches. You also see, around you, in the immediate vicinity, the immediate thing you see is two female halflings dressed in green. Though their royal clothes seem to be somewhat singed and war-torn. You also see two male half-elves. Both the halflings and the half-elves seem to be twins. They're identical. You also see about a dozen soldiers in golden armor, though it is heavily worn and dented from years of use. The queens approach. Where did you all come from? Do you know, how did you get in here?
There was a rift in time and space itself, and we found ourselves now here. We believe this onyx stone seems to be the entry. You all are in a prison, but you do...
We are aware we are imprisoned. We chose to be here. How did you get in?
The Onyx sucked us in. It is probably broken.
It has a crack in it.
We are aware. These rifts appear, and the Onyx chases them. It has been the way for decades of our existence. We are on the precipice of repairing this latest rift, and the Onyx approaches. Are you going to help?
Twin Queens, if I may offer you my assistance, I am the Duke of the Forgotten Court, Delthavos.
They kind of like... How did you get in? Why... Is the rest of the...
No, it is only me, and I have forgotten much. For that, I apologize.
Well, hopefully Tameen doesn't see you, because she's still pretty mad at you.
That's fair. Do I remember Tameen at all?
No.
She got stuck in here, huh? Interesting.
I try to hide that I have no idea who that person is, and I say, that's fair. But I have forgotten much, and so I may not be as much help as I once was.
Very well. We must finish the ritual we are in the middle of, and you see a slender human male in red, though tattered robes, very old demeanor, gaunt face, wrinkled hair, or wrinkled face. Wrinkles. He's got wrinkles. Wrinkled wavy hair.
His hair is wrinkled.
He's so old, his hair has wrinkles. His clothes are wrinkled. He's just wrinkled. He's like a prune. Anyway, so
What an existence.
he pulls out. He's currently holding, standing in front of the rift, a reddish though very dark stone. And the queens are like, he's almost done infusing the inclusion to seal the rift so that the Onyx may not escape.
Tell us what to do.
Just stand back. He's almost done.
I like this. That is very easy for us to make. Let's just stand back.
Ro's gonna lean over to Armand and say, Armand,
Yes.
they mentioned that things have happened for decades. Do you Do you think they've only been in here for like, I don't know, 50 years or something?
It could be that time is played differently here.
Oh. Do we tell them? Maybe not right now.
Yes, I think they have enough on their plate as we're all stepping back.
The queen's so, Melisor, are you done yet? And he's like, I'm almost done.
I stand in between them and I stand in between them and the approaching Onyx. So wherever I get
So
away
you just
from
see
them,
this
I stand in between
cloud
them and
lumbering forward. It's still miles off.
Yeah.
But you can see its approach coming down kind of like a soft hill as it approaches. As you kind of stand in the expanse, kind of taking in what you're seeing, you hear behind you and you all see him slam the stone into the ground and it projects up into the rift and seals. Presumably sealing you all in here.
Oh no.
He turns, he's like, it is done! We must go now! Give me 1 minute! And he starts scrolling on the only flat surface he can see. As he starts to do that, little shadows start to pop out and the golden warriors kind of surround you all and start kind of doing battle with these shadows and just basically holding them back. And after about a minute, he gets done, he's like, everyone in! And they all run into the circle and vanish. What do you guys do?
Running very quickly. Yes, 100%, no question.
do the same thing. But I take one moment to look back at the eyes of the Onyx.
So in that moment, everyone's rushing in. You have about 6 seconds, and then on the third second, you take a look, and as you stare into the Onyx, it kind of like zooms in on you.
Oh no.
And the distance seems to shorten and shorten and shorten until you feel like, even though you know you're not, face to face with it, and its breath hits your face, and the magnitude of what you're staring at is fully understood. And you run into the circle. Yeah. You find yourself in a large cave. Thousands of people huddled in what they can find of kind of camps. There's no food being made. There's no sight of much in the way of material possessions. Mostly people just sitting, surviving, being alive. And everyone else is like, Queens address you. It was closer than I would have liked, but it is necessary to close the rift as close to when it arrives as possible to maximize our downtime. I feel it's likely we'll have about a week before the next rift.
This happens every week?
It depends. The rifts open immediately, but depending on where it is, the Onyx has to travel to where it is, and he has no method of teleportation that we know of. He is singularly focused on escape, seems to ignore us other than sometimes hijacking us for his own resources, his own forces, I should say, his own army. Though in recent years he's been less successful at luring us in. The first wave vanished immediately, weak among us, and not strong of will, were indoctrinated by him, but those of us that are left have learned to resist his temptations.
Oh, shit.
Where did you all come from? How did you get in?
We came from Windfall.
And the
Windfall still stands. This is good.
yes, in the depths, in order to carry the food for the many that live there, there was a deal with the Myconoid king for the sustenance, and we believe that corruption, perhaps.
The Gloomspore King still lives. Amazing.
Well,
There's a new one.
We had to supplant a new one.
I see. Yeah, it has happened many times over its history. It isn't a very symbiotic relationship we've had with it.
We have installed a new king who is sound of mind. As soon as I'm saying this, I'm sure back there he's like, I'm a Myconoid.
Marcel's like, this is dope!
Well, them hoes at?
And and strong in
Motherfucker Mushroom
character.
King!
I can talk to so many people all at once.
Put me in your mouth.
Eat me! I mean it. No, seriously.
It's good for you.
Eat my shorts.
Nutritious.
And as Armand said, he's thinking, and he's strong in character. Yeah, so yes.
Literal mushroom paladin.
Much has changed,
Shroud?
and I believe that time is played differently while you have been in here. How long do you think you've been in here?
It's very difficult to tell. Time does not. There's no day. There's no night. There's no food. We don't have to eat. We don't have to sleep. We simply exist. So the time between is hard to observe.
But no, like, estimation, or like no one's just taking a small tally against the wall.
30 years?
What number would blow your mind the most?
Million.
So, out of game, how long?
It has been 1 million years.
It is, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it has been about 1,000 years since you have last been seen.
I see.
So yes, Windfall still stands.
I still have that library book.
It is very overdue.
I think you
Probably not even
keep it.
open anymore.
Does she actually say that?
No.
We have to hold back the power of justice. This is overdue.
Overdue library book? Let me at it.
It seems like a bit for the radio show.
At this point, the
Right
two half-elves come up. They introduce themselves like, greetings. I am Jake. This is Jack.
It's not confusing.
Oh, this has been going on a long time. Okay.
It's not.
We're very curious. May we... This will be non-invasive. Just have a little inspection on one of you.
Road disappears.
Yeah, I'll step up.
The other one comes up, casts some kind of spell. You don't feel necessarily anything.
What's he do?
Can I roll an Arcana check on it?
Yeah.
Sure.
That's going to be 12.
12? 24? You don't recognize what it is. You recognize it as a form of divination kind of akin to detect magic.
All right.
But specifically, like astral projection, detecting a faint version of an astral projection. It is a modified divination spell. So he pipes up. He's like, Majesties, they are not tethered. They may leave. They may get information out. They are not stuck here like we are. The queens are like, well, we have chosen our fate. We here are to guard the Onyx from escaping because we know what kind of destruction it has wrought. Curiously, though, where is the Onyx stone at this moment? It was supposed to be buried by, and then this is the point they look at you. You're here.
In the not flesh.
How? What an amazing coincidence. Did you not bury the Onyx someplace inaccessible?
I'm guessing I did.
Right, you were supposed to wipe your memories. I forgot about that part.
Yeah, about that. Can we talk separately? Because my God, you've messed up my life.
If you would probably pardon my lack of compassion considering my current surroundings, I appreciate the sacrifice you made, but in the moment we all had to make sacrifices, and I will say what you did was, at the time, consensual. You agreed to do the thing that you did. Though you may have no memory of that now, it was very, very noble.
I guess it sounds like me.
Very consistent.
Very noble sounds like you. Yes. You still sound the same, even though you might not remember how you were. Very humble. I'm being facetious. No, Lena, it is great to see you. You have always been one of the most loyal of the Windfall inner guard.
The wolf.
I imagine most of the inner guard is no longer in existence, but you once were a member of the inner guard.
If it makes you feel any better, none of us know what the inner guard is.
Yeah.
It was an elite group of individuals that was to guard the inner sanctum of the palace.
Well,
Is
as
that
far
the
as
place with a pedestal? Did you tell us about for the stones?
Yeah, I told you about it.
Yes, we did set up the actual imprisonment. Well, we created.
Oh, do we have the stones with us?
We do.
The pedestals were meant to be a steering mechanism for when we did what we had planned, and Melisol now approaches you all. Yes, didn't quite go to plan. As I'm sure you know, if you've been around for 1,000 years, perhaps history has diluted itself in that time, but I can't imagine that the failure of mine has been lost to history entirely.
By failure, do you mean that your son and how he follows Orcus and stuff and is planning the demise of Windfall? Is that the failure you're talking about?
Yes.
A pupil of his, by the way. And
My son is still alive?
unfortunately.
Yeah, is he like a lich? Because the whole following Orcus thing like really sucks for him.
So just above table, it was Melithorus' grandson. You guys would know.
Your grandson.
Your grandson, yes.
I have never met my grandson, but I also know my son was a traitor.
Oh, okay. So then, no surprise.
What is my grandson's name?
Melithor.
Melithor.
Yeah.
Apple falls not far from the tree. Melisol and my son, Collie.
I see what you did there. There is quite the naming convention there. I at least respect that. The only respect on that front. But yes, your grandson has made great efforts to destabilize Windfall and to disrupt its current leadership so that he may take it over, including trying to capture said dragon stones and wield it with foul
Dragon stones are
necrotic
what got us into this mess in the first place.
He wants to release the Onyx.
Why in God's name would he want to do that?
Because he follows Orcus.
Mad genius is usually up there high on the list. Yes.
It was my son that ruined the ritual that would have imprisoned the Onyx correctly in the first place. And I suspect it's because Orcus had promised him power beyond his imagination.
You spawned a bunch of fucks, didn't you?
Not on purpose. Maybe ticked over his mother.
Have you thought of the Milch curse, like Milch cursing yourself so that doesn't happen again?
What?
Right, like Milch curse, so you can't have like offspring and stuff.
I'm too old to have offspring at this point anyway, but I think I see where you're going with that.
well,
That's technically not true. You can like,
Make a perception check.
I think there's more important conversations to take place than...
What do your genitals look like now after 1,000 years?
Okay.
I think is where we're going.
Move on.
7?
Yes. Well then.
So you might not know his exact age, but even with a 7, you can tell that there is some artificial elongation of his age. Elongation of his ...
I was trying
age.
not to laugh.
Yes.
Is Tara and Kara still here? Or
Yeah, the queens are still here.
Okay, just making sure. Okay.
well, Your Majesties, I couldn't help but overhear that we might be able to get out of here. Not y'all, but us. Do you have any word for us to give everyone back home if we manage to make it out?
It's hard to say. We have given up on the idea of rescue. We made a very difficult decision at the time. Hopefully for the better of everyone in the material plane, as you can see the Onyx would refuse to stop.
I look towards Melithor's grandfather.
Melisol.
And I'm like, if we are able to get outside, since we are not tethered here, is there perhaps a ritual that we could cast to mend the crystal so that it will not break and catastrophe? And then 2, is there a way for us to maybe fix the ritual that you started and perhaps extract you poor souls and keeping the Onyx forever trapped in here?
Melisol thinks for a second. Well, to answer your first question, now that the rift has been repaired, if the time dilation that you mentioned is accurate, you would have years before it is problematic again on the outside. You will not be easily able to get back in once you leave, obviously, without the rift.
Yes.
It may be a few years before you have another opportunity, unless you were able to somehow acquire 7 Dragonstones. Such a task would be monumental, especially without the
Hypothetically,
bag.
if we get these 7 stones, what would be the next step? We'll just plan ahead.
Hypothetically, if you were to do something so outrageously ambitious as to acquire 7 Dragonstones, though I do know 7 Dragonstones did exist at the time, their whereabouts are
Yeah, so step 2, yeah.
completely unknown. You could create more by acquiring the bag, but that's location I would not know over thousands of years as well. But there are some options if you were to do such a thing.
All right, let's start with the
The
option.
first option is, depending on what you want to do, you have 3 options that I can imagine would be possible should you acquire these stones. The first is you could complete the task that we had, which is raise the city. The Onyx stone is a power source. It is an incredibly dangerous power source because the Onyx is going to stop at nothing to get out, and anyone within proximity would potentially be sucked in and also imprisoned because of the nature of the haste actions we took at the time.
Right.
It is not stable. But it would still function as the power source you need to raise the city into the air.
Well, that's a nice thing, but at the same
Right, I wanna
time,
hear the other
you'll
options.
still be trapped in here. So we
Yes, of course.
Let's not cut him off. So
And you kind of see with his demeanor and his thoughtfulness, he is a pure facts-oriented person.
Sure.
He's not considering the personal or political or ethical ramifications of pretty much anything he's saying.
Sure.
He's just giving you,
logic.
here's all the facts that you could use to whatever advantage you want to. I have no ability to influence you one way or the other because you guys are going to get out at some point, and I won't be able to help with that. So he gives you that option of what the intended and what the intention of the Onyx was to fly the city of Windfall.
Okay.
The second one is you could use the Dragonstones to dispel the Onyx Stone, which would involve the Onyx returning to the material plane. Probably less than ideal for those living in Windfall now, unless you had some other plan of imprisoning it or capturing it or otherwise disposing of it. Probably would not recommend that one. Be incredibly dangerous, but if you have some sort of plan in place, perhaps that is the better option. The last one is the most difficult and the most theoretical and would involve a little bit of coordination. I have theorized it may be possible to finish the job, as it were. This is considerably a long shot. However, if you were to place the Dragonstones in their original spots, their original
Configuration, yes.
the original configuration within the Windfall columns, where they first were used to imprison the Onyx. Keep in mind that the pedestals within the throne room are more of a steering mechanism. The columns themselves that support the center structure is the actual mechanism in which we imprison the Onyx. So first you'd have to position all the stones within the columns. Then you can use the columns to create a rift that you could enter. Then return here. Then we would have to conduct a ritual while the Dragonstones were engaged and get very, very close to the Onyx.
Okay.
Once that ritual is complete, we would then create another Onyx stone within the Onyx stone of the Onyx that would be Onyx colored.
I love this plan.
On exception.
It is, I will warn you, extremely dangerous. The time in which we would have to spend within the proximity of the Onyx would be very deadly.
First time chat.
Hello, first time chat. Story time prepares popcorn.
Indeed.
Yes. Well, I will say that if we were to have a mascot, it would be the long shot. So, quick huddle group. Sorry, private conversation. As I pull everyone in.
Melissa was like, all right. Just would be over here, I guess.
Yeah. So I just put all our heads together. I think we should tell them that we have the dragon stones. Yes.
I was going to tell him that anyway.
Absolutely. I think he's going to never mind.
Well, I had a
Going
quick
to say
question. Though,
something
so say.
Okay. Well, break huddle. Hypothetically.
We don't have the gold.
Right.
We don't
no, we
have,
do.
No, we don't have the black one. I thought.
No, we have
gold
We have
dragon
all
hearts.
7, right?
Yeah.
We have all 7.
I thought we had the set.
Yeah, we have all
We
7.
wanted the Onyx.
We have all 7.
We have 7.
Yeah.
We have all 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we didn't have
All right,
the
so-
Onyx.
The goldstone did make some rounds,
Yeah, but we got it.
but
back.
you have it.
We got
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah. So there's some history with it that you specifically know, especially with Golden Haldwell
Right.
and his family. But
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
Sorry.
But they went different directions and then reconvened. Presumably Melithor went after and reacquired them. So yeah.
Okay.
No, so hypothetically, if there were, say, 7 Dragonstones here right now, what could you do with that?
Well, unfortunately, nothing. The materials and components that I would need are non-existent in this place.
Why not?
But they just don't exist here. You look, and he kind of shows you people are literally just in the clothes they left in with there's no wood, there's no sheep for wool, there's nothing, no resources here at all.
What is
I brought a lot of rope with me, if that is helpful.
What is here?
Kind of what people had with them on their backs.
Well, no, but what's the terrain made out of? What?
Right
when
now
I
you're in
look
an
around-
underground cave. So you have in an underground cavern. There's no fires going. People are kind of huddled around in groups, telling each other stories, kind of just passing the time. It's really kind of
the
dire
cavern
and
made
sad.
out of?
Obsidian, black rock. Yeah.
City and black.
And there's a few spellcasters that have some light spells going, some basic cantrips and things like that.
All right. So you don't have buck all for it. Is there anything you could do hypothetically if we had it? Is there anything you could do with the bag?
There are no dragons here, so
I mean, I'm a dragon in the sheets.
I believe you.
That's why they were talking about your fertility. Anyways, I will be honest with you. We do have the stones in our possession. We will perhaps do the long shot when we escape here. Our intention is
Everyone's eyes
and I stand stoically when I say that. And
With a mirror.
and yes, and it's anyways, yes.
the queens are you currently have 7 dragonstones.
We're right here, yes.
You didn't think
including the Lethodox stone. It's key.
that- you did not think the Duke of the Forgotten Court would come here empty-handed, did you?
I had no idea what the Shadowfell had to do with this. Tameen negotiated all of that. And as she says that, you see behind her a Shadar Kai walking up.
Fuck. That was above table.
And arms crossed well, fancy seeing you here.
Yeah. Fancy seeing me.
You don't remember me, do you?
Of course I remember you. I got a 5 on my deception check.
You were never a good liar, even when you could remember something.
Well,
Strike one.
fine.
I don't know how much you know, but you should know that this was not your fault or the Shadowfell's fault. Or anyone involved in this. This was sabotage from within. I have had many conversations with Melisol. His son seems to have bamboozled all of us.
I do hate bamboozlers.
It's a wonderful word, but we also are well aware that the grandson is also going to be a thorn in our side, but we will at least have the luxury of knowing our enemy, whereas you did not. We will expect him to try to stop the ritual as we try to craft a new onyx stone and recapture this. but also pledging to restore our 2 queens so that once again Windfall can have proper leadership as it is currently lacking.
Well,
We need to have a conversation about that later. But
Queens are like, we've been away for 1,000 years. I'm sure there's much to learn. But Tameen continues like, tell Tesh and Alondra that not to blame themselves. Feel like it'd be easy to do under the circumstances that this all happened. I don't know what you remember, but don't blame yourself either.
Well, maybe to me, I'm assuming, right?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe you and I could take a walk where we have a more candid conversation about pertinent things.
Very well. After this overall debate we'll take a little stroll. Catch up. Maybe I can teach you some things. About yourself.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So what about
as that's
in the ship?
Are we still talking about fertility?
as that's happening, she kind of steps back, kind of like, because there is a large, like, the queens are there. There's still kind of an official proceeding going.
Yeah.
To me, it kind of seems part of that group, but she steps back a little bit, and a kind of scruffy-looking human man kind of walks up behind her, rubs her back and gives her a kiss on the cheek, and she's like, "Din, not right now."
Din?
Din? I don't have Din in my notes.
Oh, is that the penniless sitar player? Mm-hmm. Oh, their love lasted 1,000 years.
Yeah.
That's
Well, that's
so
like only
sweet.
really like 30, but that's real fucking cool.
thing I
So
didn't
on the
kill him.
insight, so with Tameen, right? In terms of like her like wanting to chat or whatever, I do like an insight. I get a 20.
Okay.
On like, does she want to stab me? Is she mad at me? Is she pissed?
She's-
like, what's her overall? What's the vibe check on Tameen towards me?
Okay, so earmuffs, everyone. But
Make a new character.
she's upset that you tried to make her go back to the Shadowfell and leave the life that she had, though she is sympathetic to the idea that this situation is more serious than that.
Okay, well, I don't remember any of that. So
Right.
So the vibe I get is that she's sympathetic to my cause,
But kind of pissed at you personally.
but kind of pissed at me personally. So
Right. Doesn't
Is-
trust you.
doesn't trust me, but overall, like, wants to help the cause.
Right.
But at me personally is like, I will help your cause, but you're still a fucker.
Right.
You guys got 5 seconds.
Got it.
Done.
Okay.
I had to make noise. You're very loud.
I know.
I was like,
Above table, I'm gonna
We
be
need
perfectly
an
honest.
earmuff
I can,
timer.
I can
Yeah, that's a
read
good point.
lips, so maybe next time tell me to close my eyes too.
So
damn monks.
there's something we need to consider about this plan. I'm all for getting the innocents out of here because they don't deserve it. But we need to consider the fact that being here a week means we'll be gone almost a year at least back home.
You think I'm gonna stay here for a
Can
week
I make
with
an
all
arcane
of you
check to
guys?
try to maybe put math together, see how, like, if we've only been here gone for an hour, like how long?
Sure. I would say just make a general intelligence check,
Okie dokie.
which will still be pretty good for you.
Dalgan, I'm pretty sure I can take these
Yeah,
dragon
11.
stones
11?
and like kick
It's not too
reality
bad.
in the
For this
face.
particular thing,
I'm getting out of here.
it's not necessarily that the time is actually dilated. It's also their own perceptions of time that's dilated.
Okay.
So they may just be losing centuries of time because of repetition and routine, and their sort of cyclical existence makes it to where it's hard to perceive the passage of time.
As long as we break the cycle, we will not be in their constant loop, if you will. Yes, where we come from, there is a sacred holiday amongst the vampires when a vampiric rodential appears only once a year, and you get stuck in a loop. Yes, Groundhog Day. Yes. Yes. So as long as you don't get stuck into that, you'll be fine.
Well, as I was saying to Valgan, I don't intend on staying here for a whole week. No offense, queens. I don't care if I have to use the dragon stones to kick through reality itself. I'm going home. I have plants to water.
The Jack and Jake pipe up, and they're like, yes, if you're not tethered, it should not be too difficult to get you back. However, it does take a resource that we must acquire to do so. We call them inclusions. They're little stones. They're dotted all around, but they are typically very difficult to acquire. You all seem very capable, though, so we shouldn't have too much trouble. The next rift will appear tomorrow, and we will be able to acquire an inclusion stone and send you home in the morning.
All right, what do they look like? What do the stones look like?
They're dark red. They look like little jagged pieces of glass, if you will. They're typically embedded in the rock, somewhat difficult to extract from it, but not impossible. Occasionally, there are sort of denizens that make their home near these things that are sort of part of the Onyx's overall influence. Creatures that have been made out of the essence of those that have not been able to resist the temptations of the Onyx.
Yucky. Point me in the direction of one of them.
We will need to do a ritual in the morning to firmly locate one, and we will for sure want to use Melisol's teleportation and capabilities because it would be typically a week walk or more. So if you want to get there quickly, we would probably want to teleport to the location of one, then teleport to the location of the rift, and then we would be able to send you on your way.
Also, some of us are probably still actively bleeding after last time, so...
You all do look like shit. Rest here can be a little bit difficult, but if you want to try to nurse your wounds, it is possible.
My eyes like swollen shut. Yes. Like, kind of beat up.
We've all stopped sleeping many years ago.
I got one question. Well, one more question.
Only one.
I probably got like 50. But this one came to mind. Right. What's the deal with the twin thing?
That's a very good question. When we started acquiring the dragon heart stones, 60, 70 years ago from what our time would be now, the proximity of them seemed to have an effect on the population that was within them. We don't fully understand why this sort of splitting of energy happened, but there is also an inherent benefit that this creates, as we found that twins operating certain devices that we would create actually impacted the device slightly more. As such, twins such as ourselves and the queens started to rise in power simply because of our utility, and station was acquired by being able to do things that people that were not twins were incapable of doing. And it also puts a certain trust in that the corruption of one person may be possible, the corruption of two people simultaneously much more difficult. So if a device requires two people to operate, it is much more difficult for both people to be corrupted or bought or tempted simultaneously. So there's inherent benefits to a society built on the power of twins, and we took full advantage of that.
We use our twins to run the elevator.
No, there's still... That seems like a drastic underuse of their talents. We are Jack and Jake Blackridge. We had some family. Maybe you find that our bloodline runs twins still. Maybe the Blackridge family has twins that you may utilize.
Well, I was going to offer for any of you that, since we have time to wait, ask amongst your people if there's letters that they wish to prepare that we may bring forth. I have parchment and ink.
Our kid and skid, are their last names Blackwell?
Blackridge?
Yeah.
Anyone that wants to make a history check?
I don't know them all enough. I'm not going to try.
I wouldn't have asked.
Natural one. I don't care.
18.
18?
Rolled a 19.
When they first introduced themselves, they're like, Kid and Skid, or Kid and Sid Blackridge, together we call ourselves Skid.
You don't have to throw your teeth over that.
I do, because I think that's cool.
Your descendants are gainfully employed.
Well, that's good to know.
And they share
there-
a singular brain cell, though.
Sounds logical. Our sons are The apple fell farther from the tree than normal, but they're good kids.
It rolled down the hill.
Oh, they're great.
Is there any message you would like sent to them?
Yes.
Oh,
Here he goes.
well, sure, I guess. I wouldn't know what to say, but yeah, we'll light a letter of introduction. And
I suggest fucking with them. They seem bored.
Their
Fucking
names
with
are
them?
Kid and Sid.
It is
and together they go by Skid.
It is a modern slang to play prank.
this is that is not that funny or creative. All right,
They want to leave their mark.
I see. How do you suggest we fuck with them? I mean, they may be 1,000-year descendants of ours, but we don't know them.
I
And
suggest-
honestly, it kind of sounds funny.
Do you have like a family birthmark or
No,
something?
that they are doing the family duty, and they will truly ascend, almost like tranquility, when their elevator goes horizontally.
What were you gonna say?
Oh God, I don't know. Like, do you have a family birthmark? Like,
Oh.
like in between your cheeks or something like that. Like shaped like, I don't know, a cat or something.
Like there's a
Like a poop emoji. Or
like they have to. So if I've got it. Hello, descendants. We are so pleased to find out that you exist. We had no idea. We are also pleased to tell you that there is riches beyond your wildest dreams. That is your family's riches.
This is good. This is good.
They are buried
Make sure
in
you-
our grandfather's burial plot in the catacombs, which I assume is still there.
Yeah.
Simply expose your birthmark, located squarely on your taint, to the third letter of the headstone, and it shall open, and you shall be rich. Anyway, good luck to you, and glad we could make your lives immensely better and put you in a position to be successful and blah 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 blah.
Make it their mark.
Wait.
Yeah.
Even better. Make sure that you expose your whatever, right? Because it is truly a need for you to I don't know, say something about putting your mark on the world or something.
yes,
like
yes,
that.
yes.
Right. Yeah.
And then P.S.
This is how you will leave your mark.
You know they're gonna quit their jobs, and we're gonna have to operate that damn elevator.
No, that's only if they find the riches.
The best part is we get them to actually kind of fight amongst themselves. Tell them that only the original can do this and not the clone. And so
Right.
The firstborn.
Yeah.
The firstborn.
So I have a question, Queens. Is it only you fleshies who get cloned?
Cloning isn't quite the right word. We're twins. We're born at the same time from the same mother. Yeah.
But what if you think you recognize me because I have a twin?
It's entirely possible, but you're very distinct, and I'd be very surprised if you weren't.
That's special. Oh my god.
Your name is Lena, yes?
Yeah.
So that'd be a remarkable coincidence if not only you looked exactly like Lena, but your name also was Lena.
I smell you.
Yeah, you do smell like Lena.
did the statues happen after
Wait.
the queens were here or before?
After.
Okay, I was gonna ask.
Yeah, it would have been a memorial, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think of any other questions we could ask them since we got them right here, right now.
Katinka,
I have a
do
question.
you got any questions that you want to ask them?
Who?
I don't remember if I'm here or not.
You're here.
How?
Yeah.
Okay. This whole time I thought I wasn't here yet.
Do you have any questions for the queens?
I don't know right now.
Okay.
So tell me how the decision came about to use a gold dragon for your ritual.
Jake and Jack kind of sit back like the queens.
Also, keep in mind, I have gold dragon scales now.
Right. The queens look at you and they're like,
It's like
Roll for initiative.
it was not a proud moment and was not entirely our decision. Jack and Jake made the recommendation to an ethically dubious at best decision to obtain a gold dragon heart. The promise of what we would be able to do with it was immense.
Make a city float. Super worth destroying a divine being, I'm sure.
I mean,
We're not proud. And if we could take it back, we would. And honestly, if this all works out how we're all talking about, maybe the Dragonstones, we would commission their destruction and release the souls of those dragons, even the bad ones.
I'm gonna look over at was it Jake and Jack? Mm-hmm. They're like, by the way, the Dragonheart clan is ended. Both alive and dead. They're gone. Keep that in mind.
The last thing we sent them on was the gold dragon. Only one of them returned. We had to get others from Exelon. Just random fucks that didn't really know what they were doing. One of them was dressed in a fucking Santa costume. It was it's absurd, this group of people. One of them was green. Can you imagine a green person?
I heard one had
So hairy.
Indeed.
Insight check when he says that they're ended. On how they're feeling.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. They are...
Before you decide to do the thing.
No, I said I was gonna insight them.
Yeah. So they
Rolled for it, and then I waited for the conversation.
they look genuinely like regretful, especially the way things turned out, and kind of knowing that the powers that they were messing around with, the hubris that the entire society had let itself devolve into, with the pursuit of absurd amounts of magic and power, the kind of which that many mortals had never been intended to have in the first place, but through pure brute force and pursuit of knowledge, people like Melisol and others were able to unlock possibilities that weren't open to people before, but it did come with some ethical questions and costs.
Also, Balgan, if you're so concerned about it, I'll let you hang on to the gold dragon stone. Hold on, give me a second. I start making retching noises. Just hold on. Don't look. I'm shy.
Yeah, that works.
Like a robot retching.
Are these people the Enru?
Yes, Orneru.
So these are these people.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, just
Yeah, looking around, you see a lot of twins, a lot of farmers, a lot of just like normal people.
Those are the ones that just happened to be in the wrong area.
Yeah.
I'm going to let them know that there is an individual collector who is trying to get the stones, but also has been going out of the way to get musical instrument artifacts. Is there a correlation that they know of?
Nothing specifically, but they do, like, mentioning the musical instrument, they were like, well, we are a fan of music, so we did lock the palace with a...
Everyone, we're getting
Hello!
raided. We're getting raided.
It's Weeton.
Barbarian.
yeah.
We have a raid, everyone. This is my son. His nickname is Wheaton, the Baby Smasher.
Your sunglasses that you left in your house like
Like 1,000 years ago.
I needed a replacement.
Sorry for the interruption, but we want to get raided real quickly.
Yeah.
Say hi to
The best raid.
Hey, buddy.
He is so astounded by all of this.
We on you.
I know, like, I'm very hungry right now. Very good, thank you guys.
do you want to hold on to him for a while?
I can hold on to it for a while. You can watch us play.
Yeah.
Get some food, Aaron. Get a Bloody Mary.
So you got some stuff happening.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
For the vamp party. The black thing
And I think
requires an ice maker.
There should still be kebabs in there too.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Are there
And some
already
rice,
made
too.
Bloody Marys?
Nope,
Or is this
just the making station.
I needed to make one of these.
All right.
Yeah, we'll take a break in a
probably,
second.
probably break time.
We'll take a break in a second. I'll finish this last little bit.
Like,
We're gonna take a break. Above table. That's us.
oh yeah, we're gonna take a break.
All right, we'll take a break.
Maybe you should take a
Okay. We'll take a break right now.
There's a baby, guys. Come on. He's very cute.
And we're back. Welcome back to Above Table. Thanks for sticking around during the break. Oh, we got some new followers too. We got 5 new followers. All right. Hi. It's the baby. It's entirely the baby.
We had another first
It's like baby
chat,
pops
too.
on and it's like, follow. If you're just joining us, or if you didn't hear the whole stream so far, the Sunless Sky is currently contained within the Onyx stone, which is in of itself a sort of cartoon miniature version of the Shadowfell. Very repetitive landscapes and dire sky and horribleness. They arrived through a rift that was being closed as they entered and were not able to leave immediately, and were sort of rescued by the people that they ran into who were closing the rift, namely the former queens of Windfall, Kara and Tara, as well as the royal advisors, Jack and Jake, as well as a smattering of other guards, as well as Melithor's grandfather, Melisol. Upon repairing the rift, they quickly teleported out to the encampment that they have created. They explained that the rifts appear shortly after being repaired, and the Onyx is singularly focused on trying to get to one before they can repair one. So it's a constant battle of, can they acquire an inclusion stone, get to the rift in time to close it before he gets there, and it's been a battle like that of repetition for longer than they are aware of. They explained that upon a rest, they will be able to locate a occlusion stone and bring you to its location, and then bring you to the location of the latest rift and be able to send you through and seal the rift with the inclusion stone.
Yeehaw.
You meet a few familiar faces, namely Delthavos meets Tamine from his perspective the first time.
For the last.
Lena meets her former bosses, who she did not know were her former bosses, and found out that she was part of the Inner Guard.
What a reputation.
And was very important in the Orneru kingdom at one point.
Hence the statue.
Yes, hence the statue.
Lena, you're a hero.
The what?
Right, nobody told her.
I told her.
Is that
I did?
true?
Okay.
I've been notified, but I have yet to see it.
Yes.
Got salty about it.
There used to be a thing when we first started doing D&D where we had a board where we put all the best lines. That one for me would go on there. I have been notified, but I have yet to see it. I just think it's
Pretty good one.
It's pretty good.
I've yet to see it.
Yeah. You then had a chance to kind of ask a few questions to a few of the figures, the queens, Melisol, and the twin advisors, Jack and Jake. The information you found was that there are 3 paths forward with the Onyx Stone. Either you utilize it for its intended purpose at great risk to the city, which seems to be the least likely thing you would do. Release the Onyx and all the people all at once, which would be the easiest thing to do.
That seems the least likely.
And try to formulate a plan of positioning the stones in a way and returning to the Onyx and engaging with the Onyx directly in an attempt to recapture it within its current prison, and therefore allowing you to break out the rest of everyone safely, and the Onyx remains imprisoned. That task will be extremely difficult and perilous. Melisol has a lot of information about the dragon stones as well, and Valgan also asks about a particular gold dragon stone, which ethically dubious considering gold dragons are always very good. And Jack and Jake are noticeably guilty about the engaged conversation. I think that's where we're at. So you guys are still kind of in this meeting. So if there's any other further questions anyone has, Katinka, you're there too. I know you thought you weren't at first. So if there's any, you haven't said anything yet. So if there's anything you want to know about specifically.
I grab one of the queens to the side. So does anyone else shoot fireball out of their boobs? Besides me.
They kind of get you. It's like, Tara does. Kara! I haven't done it in a long time. But yes.
Did we just bond?
Are we just friends?
We did.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Anyway, they go back to being really proper. They're halflings, by the way. So
Everyone, I think that our visitor is going to get ready to leave here pretty soon, so let's have a quick goodbye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, we ten.
Someone on the opposite end take a quick photo so we can have baby's first stream.
Babies first.
Clip it.
I attack it!
Yeah,
I attack it! Roll.
Also, I can do a screenshot later, too.
Yeah. Oh no. Little buddy.
Alright, got a couple of angles here.
I thought the whale was coming. I was ready for it. He did the full on.
Oh, baby.
He's like,
Also, I did not cut my hair.
Curl.
thank you, everyone.
All right.
Curl your hair.
Did you curl your? I do not curl my hair. It is unnatural.
Indeed. So, does anyone else have any questions besides boob fireballs?
Well, not so much questions, but when we do go for a rest, I want to work specifically with Mel's soul about the rituals, about what I need to be doing on the other side, rather than him just saying lots of cool magic stuff.
Right. We'll get to that for sure.
Okay.
I want to be part of that conversation too.
Anyone else questions for the queens or Jack and Jake?
All right, Jake.
Yes.
You said that you picked a gold dragon because things. All right, now my homeboy over here, he's real pissed about that. All right, so you tell me.
I can see by the scales on his face he may be a
so
little
you tell me in
involved.
specifics exactly why. Lay it on me.
You'll have to ask Melisol for the technical specifics, but the decision to follow through on the proposal was ours.
Right. Wait. So it was your idea to go after the gold dragon, right? That's what I heard. Is that true?
It was our decision to. Yes, it was.
Okay. Why?
The promise of what we were be able to do was too tempting, we're afraid. Our hubris and... We wanted to be very powerful. And now we're stuck in the stone as penance for our sins.
That seems like you got stuck in a thing because somebody sabotaged a thing.
We've had many years to think about it, and... We would not have done it in retrospect. Obviously not just because of our current predicament is a direct result of that, but it's also just, it's not nice.
I don't know how to respond to that.
That seems like character growth. I don't know.
Right.
Guess we were stuck in a place.
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
Nat 1.
They seem like they're, repentful.
Is that good for you?
We'll talk about it.
All right, we're going to come back to that.
Very well. We have obviously some time.
We're going light because you wrote that funny note to our buds.
Awesome. And on that note too, like as you kind of walk around the population, just kind of being like, anyone want to write notes to home, and so on and so forth. There's a number of people that kind of come forward.
I want to pay particular attention to the sanity of these people, because if they're stuck in the vampiric, Groundhog's Day, or this cycle that they're just going through the same cycle. It's, are they completely depleted? Like they've been here for 1,000 years?
They seem tired, but they don't seem particularly out of sorts. Could be the nature of the way the cycling happens here, as they don't need food, water, or even necessarily sleep. And because of the nature of their tether to the space, the prison is intended to be not a depleting source, but it's supposed to be a tapping source. So their life force is a function of the realm itself, but it also wouldn't be able to be perpetuated if it drained them entirely.
Okay, because I'm perceiving this like kind of like a Silent Hill, Ravenloft, like a hell. Like these people are stuck.
They're stuck, but they're not.
All right.
They're not going crazy. Okay. It seems like, yeah, they're just trapped. They can't leave.
Misty, did you drop things? I look awesome, and I appreciate you.
You do look awesome. I like the little.
Yes.
That adds a lot.
Oh, my
Widows.
my widow's peak.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Amazing.
sure about it, and it was too black, and I tried to. Thank you.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
Well, if it's the same to anyone, I know you guys might not need to sleep, but I think we might, so I'm gonna catch some downtime.
Yes, of course. You guys not being tethered, maybe it's a little different for you. We don't have much to offer as far as accommodations, but there's a corner over there you can have.
Lehman's tiny hut. Whoa. So yes, I'll cast that ritual. Give us a very comfortable, private, safe space.
You have tiny hut?
It's a tiny hut.
Aww. Ro climbs up the wall and sleeps in the ceiling somewhere.
Dibs on the top bunk.
What does your tiny hut look like?
Well, it's
I know functionally what it is, but
yes,
you want to flavor it, you can.
Basically, when I create this, it looks like basically the equivalent of like a cat's kind of like little round ball hut that like would look like like only something very small could fit inside of there. But when you guys are able to watch Armand go all the way in there, but it's also kind of garnished and it's the way it looks like is just like an oversized pumpkin, but it's also like a cat scratch.
Ro comes down from the ceiling. There's something about it. I don't
All right, so
know.
those of you that want to start settling down, you can kind of get in position within the hut.
and the true periphery of the song, this area is that it's completely safe, nothing could get us, and 72 degrees, temperatures are just right, we'll have enough room for 8 people, and I could create the rules who could go in, go out, or who could at least who could come in, so that, I mean, you can leave, but I have to tag you as that. But yeah, safe space.
So as you guys kind of start getting this, Tameen comes by and be like, Dathavos, would you like to walk with me?
Yep.
So you and Tameen start taking a walk. Tell me, what do you remember as of now?
Not a ton. I woke up in fight pits. I joined the Sunless Sky, and I've been doing that work since I got this guy, and I summoned
Shook's like, hey. You've always had him.
Bradley.
Hey, Shook.
He tells me stuff sometimes. And met with Alondra.
Shook kind of leans in like, hey, that's your ex. And then he disappears.
Just literally just found out that apparently you're my ex.
Oh, yes, that was a long time ago.
So that's weird.
That's not weird for me. It was literally a long time ago. I don't have the same memory situation.
All right. Well, but I guess I'll ask you questions on that later, I suppose.
Well, it came down to, I don't know how much you want to know. If you want to, I know you just found out, so it might be more like jarring for you, but it was a fairly amicable breakup, if that helps.
Sure. I mean, you can tell, from what I understand, my brain is acutely capable of doing this thing. So, like, jarring for some, but routine for me.
That's fair. Well, we were together for 100 years or so. You really wanted me to give up my chosen mortal life, and I was not willing to do so. I was sort of done with the shadowfell and wanted to move on, and you weren't happy about that, and I couldn't... long story short is we just sort of drifted apart.
All right.
In more ways than one. I wanted to be normal.
Okay. And Pete.
That's when I found Din, and we sort of ended up here, which has been not what my plan was.
Yeah, it seems like a rough spread.
I should have been dead by now, time-wise.
It seems like less of a rough spread. Wait, so you just choose to leave?
Obviously, Mother's not happy about that. But
Yeah, she seems like...
which is why she sent you after me, but I told you to fuck off, basically.
I probably had it coming.
Tesh had my back.
She probably would.
Alondra, 50-50.
All right. Well, I've talked to Alondra. Alondra's very helpful. I know that me, you, Alondra, and Tesh fought the Onyx a long time ago.
Yes, the Onyx has been a thorn in the Shadowfell for a very long time, sort of a leader in the cult of Orcus.
Yeah, Melisol was going to help us put him in a box, but then the box got messed up, which is what we're in right now.
According to Melisol, it was his son, Melancholy.
Yeah, Melanchol. That guy sounds like a douche.
Yeah, he's very calm, but not very nice.
Is he still around?
I mean, if there's been 1,000 years past, I can't imagine. Even by unnatural extensions, there's limits.
Well, that Mela calls kids still around.
Melisol is 300 years old by my standards.
Right, well, Mela Thor's still around, and Mela's soul.
He may... If he starts going the direction... He may be on his way or already at the next step of elongating his life.
Right. That's like when you get all like boogie, right?
Yeah. In other words, he might be dead, technically speaking.
Well, that's fair. Okay. All right.
You'd have to ask Melisol about the specifics of that, but
That sounds like an Armand question for him.
The wizards tend to not want to die.
Anything else?
But at a certain point, they're supposed to die, and some of them just decide not to. And that's real bad.
Well, I don't got to worry about that. So, anything else that I should know about?
Just tell Tesh I'm sorry.
Anything you want me to tell Mom?
Tell her hopefully I'll be coming home. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be mortal, but this whole being stuck thing has made me think about it more. And if Mother will have me back, then I'll go back. Din will be heartbroken, but it's not the first time I've heartbroken somebody in order to get what I want. Kind of selfish. Sorry about that. You don't remember, but it was... Anyway.
I guess pros and cons of the job for me.
Fair.
I don't remember which court you're from.
Apparently, neither do I.
Inside check.
Wasn't that above table?
I think she was
librarian?
No, because Alondra's the librarian. Tesh was from the Court of Mysteries. So she's the one from the Hopes and Dreams.
Oh, yeah, right.
Which would make sense.
Yeah.
That she'd get.
That she'd get all like wishy-washy.
She's the Court of Dreams.
Right. Let's just say maybe you'll see me tonight.
That means in my dreams, right? Like you're not gonna...
Yes, hopes and dreams.
Yeah, okay, all right. Well, I was just you said X, and I just wanted to make sure I didn't want Din coming to stab. All right, you know what? I'm gonna walk away.
I would love to see Dim try to stab you. This would be hilarious.
For you?
Well, yes.
How good is he at stabbing people?
So sporty. I'd be like, woo! Winner take all! That's me!
That. I summon Shug.
She's kind of fucking with you, dude.
Right, she hasn't changed. Has she always been like that?
Yeah, she's been.
Gotcha, fuck that. All right, I'm gonna leave. You have a great evening.
See you later!
Okay, bye. Seriously, I dated that woman.
Yeah, it was not the worst one, though.
I don't even want to know. I didn't date that guy, did I? And I'm going like to where the Onyx was.
No.
He still has a box of your stuff.
Are you coming to
You forgot it!
You left your plant!
I feel like he's probably got like some of my...
Do you want your bonsai tree? It's a little
The
dry.
ritual to imprison the Onyx was very intimate.
That's why fertility is so important.
All right, so you guys all settle into the hut.
The little pumpkin cat ball.
Yes.
As you guys kind
Are we
of,
doing it long rest or short rest?
Yeah, that should.
but wait.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
As you guys start to settle in, you kind of whip out bedrolls and stuff that you kind of have in your packs and stuff like that. Because you're adventurers, you presumably have things like that. So you're a little more comfortable than a lot of the people around here because you're more equipped and you have a fancy hut to sleep in. So as you start to drift to sleep, Duke.
Oh no.
You open your eyes and you see Tameen in front of you within the hut. And she looks at you and she says, "Why didn't you come looking for me? Did you realize I was gone? Did you not care?"
But you told me to. From what you said earlier, you told me to fuck off.
I think you're weak and pathetic.
Seems rude.
You should just give up. Give in to the darkness within you. You're brimming with it, just yearning to let it take over.
But this is why we broke up, isn't it? Because you were.
And her eyes just go black, and there's like a haze of darkness that just envelops her, and her face gets closer to your perception. Lose yourself in it.
This dude's wisdom.
I'm gonna devour you like I've devoured every other shadow that stood before me.
You can try. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Up above the table. Since she's in the hut, I can also hear and see this, right?
No, you
In
can't.
his head, yeah.
Wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
9. I'm gonna burn an inspiration.
Yeah, it's a good time to do that. Oh my gosh.
I need my coin too.
14.
14. Valgan,
I don't think that's enough.
Bahamut appears to you. So, gotten yourself in a bit of a pickle, eh?
These things happen. Part of the job.
Yes, well, maybe if you spent more time doing what I said, you wouldn't have ruined everything. Pathetic and sad. You should just give up. I'll wear you down eventually.
Or you could have a seat and we could have a drink about it.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Where is my wisdom? Here, hold on.
Man. I thought about doing a thing, but now that this has come up, I wish that I had. Oh boy. I was going to count
18.
Hunter's mark on
18.
you in case she stole you away or you got lost like a time.
Katinka,
But then if you go crazy, then I already have it.
Adrian appears. His arm is broken and in a sling. You left me again. How could you? I'm going to die because of you. You never cared about me. You should give up. You should just give in and die. Make a wisdom saving throw. You can say something back to you.
Oh. It pulled heartstrings. 3.
Is it a nat 1?
It's not 2.
Oh man. Ro.
Yeah.
Azure, Pebbles in the Sun appears in front of you. Your brother.
Yeah.
You had to leave us for your own worthless pursuit. You could have helped the family business instead of wandering trying to find yourself.
The family business is garbage. It has nothing to do with the family and everything to do with your greed.
You abandoned us. You should just give up. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
7.
Armand.
I already got the die. No, yes.
Your sister appears.
Lisa, wait a minute. How did you get in here?
I have my ways. You know this.
You're very capable. Always have been.
Brother, you never cared about us. You let Chareth kill our father and take over without even fighting back. You should just give up. Give in to the darkness.
Wait a minute.
The darkness that you feel. Make a wisdom saving
Sister, what happened to you?
She grows a mustache.
6.
Oh no! Oh, look at it light up.
Oh yeah.
What's this?
Yeah, he's got the glowy dice.
My new dice. Except for
Lena. You see Belgrim Three Eyes. And his head is gigantic, and you're, small, and you kind of like stand in front of a house-size head of Belgrim Three Eyes, and the skull that's embedded in his eye lowers to your perception.
Ew.
And the skull begins to talk. Brixham Marble Patch, at least the head of Brixham Marble Patch, as a shrunken head in the eye socket of Belgrim Three Eyes. Why didn't you save me? You're weak. You should just give up, you useless pile of junk.
Wow. Thought you were like a dad to me.
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh. 17.
It's that dragon resistance.
Half and half, yeah.
Duke, Katinka, Ro, and Armand, you all take a point of exhaustion.
Ooh, okay.
Are we within 10 feet of him in the hut?
They would
I don't
be.
think this all counts.
They should all get
towards
plus
the story
threes.
right now. Above table, this is
Yeah.
too cool of a
Above table?
story to like.
No, that's a fair question. It's a fair question. Yeah, 100% fair
I'm
question.
literally exuding the concept of courageousness right now. Like anytime.
He's in our dreams.
All right, so Duke, do you remember what your first number was?
I re-rolled one was
Tiny
14
little
plus
Falcon with
3.
plus
cheerleader
3, so it
pom-pom.
would be 17.
Yeah, mine would be a lot more.
And yeah, mine would be another 3 higher too. So
Mine
I
would
got
be a
like
20.
21.
And you were really low.
It's terribly low.
And what was yours?
I would be at the 10.
10? Okay.
Yeah.
So
I rolled a 5.
Duke, you are not exhausted. Everyone else still is.
Okay.
So Katinka, Ro, and Armand.
Is there a tick thing that we can do on
Yeah, I think there
Yeah,
is.
you take point of exhaustion.
conditions,
Yeah.
maybe?
And then do we still get a rest?
Exhaustion.
You do still get your long rest, but you do
Nice.
wake up with the point of exhaustion.
That works.
Oh, let me do my long rest and then do that actually.
Yeah.
Oh, what now?
You get your long rest, but then you still have the point of exhaustion after the long rest.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you take it after you do the long rest?
Right, because it'll take it off. I think it might take it off.
It gives you the option because I
Okay.
had
Oh, I
it
see
and then
it.
it said, "Do you want to reset?"
Right.
The point of
I see.
Cool.
Cool.
Excellent.
Yay.
Right
Oh
on.
my god, I've been needing that forever. But now the point of exhaustion, that's interesting.
Look at all those tasty, tasty
We, just so you guys
spells.
don't know, for those who are affected, we have disadvantage on ability checks.
Oh.
Which I think is also initiative, so.
Yeah. Not attacks?
No.
Not just ability checks. That's right. Okay, cool. Right on. All right, so as you guys wake up, everyone is still in the same position that they were when you went to sleep, just kind of sitting. The queens have been standing in the same spot that they were when you left. And they're like, welcome back. All you rested? There's a few people kind of like watching the hut, just like kind of watching you guys sleep, just fascinated with the concept because they haven't in so long.
I feel like
Real quick huddle.
Oh, yes.
Did you guys have weird dreams?
A terrible dream.
Yeah.
yes, I feel like shit.
I slept okay.
I do suspect, even though they say that they're not in hell, I think this is hell. I feel that, yes, there's definitely negative plane energy, lots of bad juju, so to speak. That's professional,
Professional dream. Was
It
it
was
to
the
mean?
Onyx.
Was it to mean in your dreams?
No.
I think we all had our own experience because I'm pretty sure none of you guys would care about a shriveled gnome head talking to you.
I did not have a shriveled gnome. Did ever have someone talk to them?
I don't think you all know my sister, so I think it was just my own dream.
Mine had Adrian in it.
Oh, I know Adrian. Nice guy.
What'd they say?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he
They
was
say
very
stuff.
handsome.
it was
They
very-
told me to give up.
Same.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. My brother came and said that I abandoned the family and I was so selfish and that I should just die or something stupid like that.
That's kind of what Adrian
felt-
said in my dream too. What
It felt
did
worse
your
than I
sister
thought
say to
it
you?
would.
Oh, yeah. My sister told me to give up and that I did not try to fight to defend my father and the rest of the warlords and the tyrants. And,
We shouldn't stay in here much longer.
yes.
No, let us go. Get what are they? The
This,
occlusions?
this is probably, I would agree with Valgan, it's probably an Onyx thing.
They were saying earlier, the queens were saying that the Onyx tries to wear people down in order to get them to
Oh, yeah.
join.
Yeah, it
his
smells,
ranks.
it smells like him. This definitely
And
smells
that's
like
The queens look at you having this conversation, not listening in, but kind of start to approach a little bit. Sorry to intrude. Did you have? Looks like you had dreams.
Right.
Is that why you don't sleep? So you don't
You're all
dream?
still here, so you all resisted. Congratulations. Probably should have warned you about that in retrospect.
The woods have been nice. Yeah.
We've been here so long, it's become pastime. And since we've all stopped sleeping, it hasn't been as much as an issue.
We just like chose not to, or the need stopped.
Fear of sleep has prevented us from sleeping, but also knowing that we don't wear down the way we were, though sleep sounds like an odd comfort, it doesn't present itself as an option anymore, so we don't think about it.
Do you miss food or drink?
Terribly. I could definitely go for some of that strawberry gelatin we used to make out of the
What the shame
horse
I
hides.
don't have good berry anymore.
And not a single druid got brought in here?
If you'll accept trail rations, I don't need to eat.
But
Like a snicker.
I don't have any.
nevertheless, you all succeeded your first trial. They do get worse the longer you're here.
Yeah, I feel pretty run down right now.
We're getting raided.
Hey!
Hello, Reds. Thank you.
Oh wow, 286.
Okay, cool.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
We are so
Welcome, friends. Real quick recap. The party of the Sunless Sky is currently inside a prison stone called the Onyx, trapped with a deadly creature made entirely of shadow.
Called the Onyx.
Called the Onyx, not confusing at all. They have just woken up their first night within this realm, and 3 of them ended up with a point of exhaustion from attempting to do so.
It was shit.
Oh yeah, and they all got ruthlessly insulted by family members.
Yeah, it's so rude.
It was kind of traumatic. I haven't
So
seen that.
we're gonna go get a thing to get another thing to hopefully go to a rift to get out so that we can help fix the problem.
Classic.
Yes, Melisol at this time approaches. Well, I have located a inclusion stone. We can go whenever you're ready.
Let's go now.
Let's teleport, yes.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
If this is anything you guys want to talk to Melisol about, I know some of you did.
So-
Well, I did, but you was that during downtime when I got the ritual and all the ingredients and things we needed to create a new onyx stone so that we could,
Yeah, he kind of jots it down. Like as that conversation happened, he kind of was like, as actually point of order. That's a good question. Not only does he jot it down, he also pulls out a small blue crystal.
Okay.
You're gonna need this to access the columns. They just look like columns otherwise, but you'll see a place to put this, and it'll open the door. Be careful. Some entities do like to reside in there on occasion, not often. But it's been 1,000 years, so I don't know.
Did we find one of those, but the slot was not the right size?
You have not inspected any of the columns of Fellwind. These are the grand columns that hold up the interior chamber. They're like
Big boys.
hundreds of feet wide.
Wait, we have not inspected any of the things that hold up Fellwind or the Windfall.
That holds up Windfall from Fellwind. So when you're within Fellwind, when you go down the elevator, there's 7 columns that are pretty significant distance out from the elevator. They're just kind of part of the landscape most of the time, but they're now being called attention to directly by Melissa.
To answer your question, Figgy Diggs, the concept of Windfall is that we in itself are operating out of a large mega city that is one big windmill, and these columns, are like as he was mentioned, as part of it, and the objective that we're trying to go after is that there's this Onyx stone that is imprisoning a very powerful, destroy the world creature, and it's slightly broken. We're now inside of that crystal, and we're going to try to now get out and do a ritual to basically recreate a new crystal and transfer the demon over, save the innocent people here.
Yeah.
And then y'all came over from Legends of Avantiers. Is that right?
Cool.
Am I saying that correct?
We'll give a follow.
I think they were going to fill us in, but
Cool.
you can do it in pieces. All right,
Also,
I
we
want
all
to
look
kill
like-
some things.
Also, we all look like vampires because it's this guy's birthday.
Hello, everyone.
And he's playing.
And
He's playing a vampire. Yes.
So that's why we all kind of look all vampires.
Hello, everybody. I'm a vampire.
Yes.
Okay.
So you kind of get all the information that you need for the specifics of it and the key for that. So if there's anything else you guys want to ask Melisol directly, I know you had a thing.
Yeah, so actually I wanted to get both of you over here to grab the crew of people who do arcane stuff. As I understand it, wizards, your books tend to get handed down, and your son probably had a lot of yours.
Presumably.
I need to know what is the greatest weakness of your magic.
Whew.
I'm sure you've had a lot of time to think about it.
Well, if my son, well, I guess my grandson at this point, is anything like me, my greatest weakness is my ego. I thought I had it all covered. I thought I had every base covered to accomplish this grand feat by raising the city from the ground and securing safety for all the people and making it an impenetrable fortress of magic studies and world travel and a safe haven for the exploration of some of the greatest magic that the world could see. But obviously, I had a blind spot.
So ego. I was hoping for something like fire or lightning, something that'd be much easier for us to wield, but that will work too. Yeah.
I mean, some of the greatest pursuits of knowledge are at the expense of others around and at the expense of being careful. Find those places where my grandson is leaving things open because he seems, by what you've said, so singularly driven. He may not have had every I dotted and T crossed, so to speak. He's probably done some unsafe things.
If you were using the stones to augment monsters and lost control of the stones, how long do you think they'd last?
The monsters, well, infusing elemental energy from the stones is a permanent thing. It does take a rather large and expensive focus. I assume he has one. But it is not temporary.
Okay.
Yeah, he's making
mutation.
an army of gnolls out of hyenas.
That seems terrible. Also smelly. Gnolls already smell.
Yeah, it's real bad.
Why would he want magical gnolls?
Well, because they can like
Yeah.
shoot elements out of their face or something.
I see. Well, that sounds awful.
All right, anything you want me to tell your grandson?
Yeah, fuck him. If he is trying to release the Onyx for the sake of Orcus, he is no grandson of mine. In fact, and he kind of whips out a piece of parchment, and he scrolls something, folds it,
Ancestor notes.
puts some wax on it, and seals it with a family seal. Hand that to him.
Okay.
I bet it says you're grounded.
I was about to say, do we know a lot of bards with
There's nothing
vicious
in there I
mockery?
wouldn't tell you, so you don't have to open it. It being sealed will make him believe it more. It is personal in nature, but it is definitely a very much fuck you kind of letter.
Ro wants to know so bad.
Oh man. That's pretty good.
All right, let's do this.
Very well.
I think that answers everything, and we checked all the boxes. Ready to teleport everyone?
All right. And he kind of kneels down. He starts scrolling out a teleportation circle in chalk.
So much love in the chat, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
guys are
Guys.
awesome.
Thanks.
Very nice.
Thanks for everyone for subscribing. We got like 12 new followers.
Thank you so
Amazing,
much.
thank you.
Feel free to follow. We do this once or twice a month
More often.
because we're all
Wednesday nights.
adults with jobs and stuff.
Summer's
Wednesday.
The goal is every Wednesday.
Yeah.
Usually ends up every other
We
Wednesday.
have a backlog on YouTube. Check us out there.
We do.
Yes.
Link is in the description.
Thing.
I think he said he was already good. Anyways,
Yes.
teleport.
So he looks at you all like, just so you know, we have 6 seconds when I make this mark, so get ready.
Okay.
And he goes, and you see this column of like dark energy and sort of the night sky and a cave system kind of appear on the opposite side, wherever you happen to be standing. And he jumps through.
Oh, sorry. In those 6 seconds, could I have cast mirror image, or would it be too quick?
It's an action, yeah. If you want to do it like as he's about, he warns you. How long does mirror image last?
For quite a while.
Quite a while. Okay.
Hopefully.
Maybe like a minute.
We'll find out.
Yeah, there's so many things I would love to do.
Usually
but it doesn't last
teleportation
long,
is
guys.
instantaneous either way.
Yeah.
Oh, 8 would be great, because 8 lasts like 8 hours.
So you guys all jump in, presumably.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you guys all kind of appear here, kind of at the opening of a small cave. It's a small cave, actually, in the side of like, map cam. Solid point.
Yeah. When I get there, I'm gonna a shoot with me.
You're gonna shoot it.
Shoot.
Shook, yeah. You gonna shook it? Shook on this. Mother Shuka. Yeah, so you guys all appear in front of this opening in the side of a massive rock. We're talking like 1,000 feet tall, just kind of juts in a single sort of slab of obsidian that just goes straight into the air. The very top of it kind of covered by some light clouds. And that same sort of eerie twilight that just sort of covers everything meets your eyes once again, and you see a small cave in front of you. Melissol's like, well, what we need is in there. I'm not very handy in a fight. I do more of utility things, so you go get the stone, and I will take you to the rift, and we will be able to get you out of here.
Is he
And then-
represented on the map, or is he just kind of a...
Oh, yeah, he does. He does have a mini. We'll use this one. Boop, boop, boop.
Sky that coat.
He's so
Oh, rapper. Yeah, so
Sorry, because he said he was wrinkly. He said his hair had wrinkles.
Oh, that's right. This is wrinkly guy.
Come on. Give me that look.
I was talking about Sky's coat.
Oh, Sky's. Sorry. I thought you were talking about the thing.
Damn, dude.
Sorry. No, Sky's
Harsh.
coat is immaculate and sexy.
I just got it yesterday.
But Melissol's
Amazon
coat,
special.
Melissol's coat and his hair is apparently wrinkled. Everything about him wrinkles because he's so old. He's so old.
Oh, sorry. When we get through, I'd like to activate my divine sense.
Sure.
So, good and evil, celestials, undeads, and fiends within 60 feet of me.
Sorry.
Right here.
I've got you like blocked off. It's like,
You sense a lot of undead energy kind of swirling around.
it's not gonna work. I let everybody know.
All right. What is the marching order?
But we'll cast
I think we
invisibility
got
on
it
herself.
pretty set right here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys start heading into this cave.
Looking for that crystal right away, because we know that it's going to get pretty
Yeah, so first you kind of go down this set of tunnels. You know, you work your way through. The crunch of obsidian below you is much greater inside the cave as like pieces of obsidian black glass have fallen onto the floor, cracked and broken. There's jagged pieces sticking out that you kind of have to work your way around a little bit. And after a little bit of travel, you kind of make your way into a large chamber that opens up. There seems to be a little bit of that twilight coming in from the top, so it's not completely dark in here. It seems like there's a opening that can pretty much goes all the way up 1,000 feet to the air. And in the center, you see embedded in rock, all the way up to its edge, a dark red crystal. A sort of pyramid, well, sort of like a volcano shape, if you will, of rock, kind of comes up to a point, and it sits about eye level within this sort of ramp of rock. And sort of the size and area are kind of a little bit more smooth than you're used to, though the actual ground still does have a lot of that obsidian glass just kind of crunching around and stuff like that, too. What are you guys doing?
We're looking for any bad guys hiding.
Nothing so far.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look around.
Rose.
Make a perception check.
Gonna climb up a wall, get in, and what are they? Do they have grips? Are there things that she can?
Yeah, there's parts where it's been broken. Even though like there's a kind of a shape to this chamber, there's still lots of places where things have cracked and
How
broken.
dark is
15.
it?
Dim light. 15. Don't see anything off the top of your eyes.
Oh, I would also like to look from up. I'll be up. I don't know. Maybe. How far is my shit? Hold on. How far can they do things? I'll probably up like 60 feet.
Okay.
And I would like to do a perception check.
Go ahead.
Up. As
Sure.
well as down.
Just say when, everybody, and I'll run and grab it.
18.
18.
I've also got mine.
I got a whole ass person that's made out of nothing.
I wonder who's fast.
You see
I mean, you.
a couple things. You see something just kind of like shoot across
Like
your
in the-
eye line, like above you.
Okay.
And then you swear you saw some of the obsidian move.
On the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's not great.
Rose gonna look down. Do they look ready?
I don't know.
Great.
Do they?
I look ready.
She's going to cast Silent Image and make the image of, I don't know, a white dove that's going to fly around in the air anywhere near where those things had moved up, trying to lure out anything that might see something.
Okay, so silent image just doesn't have any form to it, right? It just like kind of goes.
It is. You create an image of it, no larger than a 15-foot cube. I'll make it a bigger bird. I'll make it like a big old eagle, but a white one. It's purely visual. Is not accompanied by sound, smell,
Okay.
or other sensory effects. It can move around. It looks real unless they pass a
What's your-
investigation check.
What's your spell to casting DC?
Save DC is 13.
Yeah, you don't see any movement.
Okay. Balls.
Seem to have seen through whatever it is you did.
All right. I think I'm gonna give Lena the thumbs up. Like it's good to go.
Alright, I kind of go down into a sprinter stance and take the dash action.
Okay, so you run up to the crystal.
Rose gonna ready an action with her bow
ready.
to shoot anything that moves at Lena as
I'm
she
gonna
goes down.
Cast aid.
Okay.
At second
Where's
level.
everyone else going to be?
What does it need? Give me.
Kind of at the mouth there?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm
Five.
gonna go in.
Plus 5, 2.
I'm gonna be right behind the paladin
Your-
because I want to be within his aura.
Whatever.
Same. I'll be next to Falcon. Same with Shook. Well, I'll have Shook up next to Lena if I can.
Plus 5.
I'll be
hit
right
points.
next to you.
Hit points? Okay.
Usually you target more than
A
one
little
person.
back.
Yeah.
Well, like right next, like side by side.
Like
I'm
we're
trying to
brothers
get
in
you.
arms, man. Come on.
Lena, Rose. You don't. You need aid?
I don't like fighting. Let them fight. He's a good fighter.
You 3.
Okay.
You get plus 5.
Okay.
Hit point.
To your hit points, maximum.
To your temp or to your
Oh.
max HP.
Yeah.
Not temporary hit points, max HP.
Right. Don't forget to take them back off.
They fall off if you long rest.
All right, cool.
Just a smidgen closer so you can be in the paladin's radius.
Sure.
Just a smidgen. She can be right behind me. It's fine. That'll work. There we go.
Oh. We have disadvantage on things.
To
Ability
skill
checks.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
perception.
So that would have
So
been
yeah, I should have remembered that. So that's my bad. I will keep ability.
It was a natural 20 if I rolled it a second time, so.
All right, so you're good. All right. So Lena, I'll try to remember that better. As soon as you come grab the stone, a spider. Oh, geez, falls off of the stand. This is a delicate one.
Intergalactic Gypsy loves our whole
Appears.
vibe. Thank you.
Oh, that's so nice.
And then behind you, Ro, up on the wall, another one appears.
Oh, I fucking hate them.
Kind of like it's apparating out of somewhere.
Oh, their face.
I was going to just say phase spiders. Not fey, but phase.
On it, above table.
Yeah.
It was above table. In game, I have no idea.
Yeah. We're rolling initiative as this spider leaps out at you as you go for the thing.
Will I have gotten an attack off on that first one that popped up by Lena?
You're holding an action for that?
She did say she read
Sure.
an action.
Ooh, beautiful. Nat 20, which makes it a 19 because my dex is trash.
We have disadvantage on this. by the way.
We have disadvantage on initiative checks?
Also, remember to add +3 if you're within 10 feet of me.
Oh my
Do we
God.
have disadvantage on attacks?
Isn't it saves and ability checks?
DM.
It's just
Let me see.
I think it's just.
Let me see.
Disadvantage on initiative for sure because it's an ability check.
Is it attacks
Features
too?
and traits.
no, not attacks.
Just ability checks.
It's going to be a 26 to hit it. I'm assuming I don't get all my crazy stuff.
No, it's just a kind of a normal hit here.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of bonus actiony stuff to do that.
All
I'll
saving
get my
throws. Sorry, that's my bad.
Sneak though.
Okay.
Saving throws.
Because would that be considered the first round of combat? So I get some stuff. I'm not gonna like do all my stuff.
I'm gonna let you.
And then
Yeah, I'm gonna let you get this one off, and then when we get into normal combat.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. It's gonna force 11 points of damage.
11 points. It's still rad as well.
Forget your dice tower.
That's right. Thank
All right. What'd you get?
19.
19.
21.
21. Row.
Oh, balls.
Disadvantage.
15.
15. Dupe.
13.
Armand.
8.
Katinka.
7.
Oh man, this is almost always. I'm gonna use the Venwick one for what's his name? Melisol.
Melisol
Hey guys, we got
cast
69 viewers.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Nice.
So nice.
Thanks for staying with us, guys.
All right, Lena, you're up. You have a spider in front of you. It apparates out of nowhere. It's got kind of
Thank you, Midnight
sort of
Lady.
white and shadow mixed mist coming off of it as it appears in front of you, beady eyes.
And it's been shot.
And it's been shot, so it's got an arrow sticking out of its butt.
Awesome.
Thorax, not its butt.
Butt axe.
Can-
Borax.
I'm gonna ask again because I'm a monk. Can I catch that missile?
It's not directed at you. Yeah, I appreciate it though.
Okay.
Plus, you wouldn't want to because then it wouldn't damage the target next to you.
No, I'm just saying if it hits it, then I could grab it by the arrow and fling it.
I mean,
away.
you can pull the arrow out now and use it as an improvised weapon if you want to.
No, I'm just gonna punch it, and it's 8 eyeballs
All right.
as per protocol. Okay, so
Good night.
absolutely.
Good night. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Buddy.
Initiate.
Come back
Punch the
anytime.
meat bag protocols.
Yeah. Punch bug.
Punch it to buggy.
Yes, so
Bug a puncher.
definitely gonna use flurry of blows, so I'm gonna do both attacks at the same time. Hey, that's cool. That's 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, yeah, 24, 25 to hit on the first one,
That hits.
and 11 on the second one.
Second one misses.
Okay.
Now you're flurry.
Yeah, and then flurry is.
No, you're gonna roll to hit your flurry?
Oh, no. What?
You have 2 attacks
Yes.
regularly, so you rolled 2 attacks.
Yes.
And then your flurry will be a third.
2 attacks. 2 more attacks.
It's an additional
Yeah, I know I get to do it 2 more times.
Okay.
So nice.
I was like, wait, 1? What are you talking about? 1?
Who do you think I am?
Ugh.
Those double 4s?
Double 4s.
Disgusting.
So it makes them 12s, I think, because the
Yeah.
Just miss.
Okay, well, I hit with 1. That's a 10
10.
for damage.
All right. Yeah, you come down and smack this other one, and it's like you go and your fists actually do hit because it's right in front of you, but it seems to like phase out a little bit, and your fists kind of go through it as you repeatedly go for it, and then it goes back to being solid. All right, that's your turn, unless you want to move.
Nope. I'm going to still try and grab the jewel.
All right, you'll be able to do that as an action on your next turn. Valgan.
All right. Spider gonna die.
Spider gonna die.
Yeah.
This here's spider gonna die.
All right.
That's
17?
spider up in there. 17 hits.
All right, and
That's the one. That
18. So 18 will hit too.
Yep.
And let's go here. Do our. Where am I? 78 plus.
You're gonna smite the spider.
Okay, so it's a
Smite as well.
3. And then 7 plus. Okay, so that's 9 damage total with the 2 attacks. And then I'm going to level 2 smite it for another additional d8. 1, so it's 10 total. 14 total. Jesus Christ.
Ooh, that's some rough damage, bro.
That is 2. Everything hit, and I did a level 2 smite, and that was.
And that's total 14?
That total was 14. That is a rough smite.
So kind of same thing. You whip your sword out and you kind of go for it, and it's hurting it, but like the mist kind of comes off of it and doesn't penetrate it as deeply as you hoped. That's your turn, Ro.
Okay. I am talking about changing my mind. Sorry. Okay. Is this thing in my face?
Yeah, it's kind of like appeared right behind you as you were pulling your bow. So you shoot the spider and you look over and
Okay.
Does it, the fact that it was radiant damage make any difference?
nope.
Okay.
At least not that you can see.
Okay. Well, and I only rolled 2d8, so I'm just going to spend a level 1 slot.
Okay.
All right. She's going to use her bonus action to cast actually a hunter's mark on that one that's fighting Lena.
Okay.
Because it's still up, yeah?
Yep.
I'm going to attack it.
Very good.
I don't think I have advantage because I'm not hidden, right?
No.
Okay.
Especially as its spider buddy hisses out from the shadows.
Yeah. I'm hoping I'm going to kill him. That's going to be 27 to hit.
That hits.
I will get my extra D8. I will get my D6 for hunters. D6 because it's within 5 feet of an ally, so I'm going to get my sneak.
Yep.
Oh no!
Grab a can.
Too many at once. Okay. Balls. It's 3 3s in there.
Ooh.
9, 15, 14 plus 4 is 18 points of damage.
Yeah, this one just kind of goes whoosh, as a Lena, you're about ready to try to go punch it again, and all of a sudden an arrow like, and you go out to try to catch it, but you're like, oh no, that's good.
Oh, we're fine.
This one's fine.
Just turn around.
We assume that did it die or did it use like some supernatural ability?
It died. Yeah, so like it curls up, its body is still there as it curls up and dies. Still does look a little ethereal, but it doesn't actually disappear. The body's still
That's
there.
right. I can't move it on the same turn.
I just kind of shout back, nice one.
Rose going to slide down. She's going to lose her like foot grip and slide down. If he gets an attack of opportunity, that's fine.
Yeah, he would.
Okay, I'll take it.
That's a natural 12 plus. Does a 18 hit?
It does, yeah.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
As I wave my hands, and I'll use my reaction to do silvery barbs to give it disadvantage, and then flip around, grant Duke advantage.
So that would be now it's a 17.
That still hits.
Okay.
I appreciate you.
I'd be like, oh, I think I stepped on some spider eggs.
What do I take?
Wait.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's a good question.
100%. Clutch. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
You take 5 points of piercing damage, and I need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Which I do at disadvantage, I believe.
Yeah.
Is that
No, that's not saving throws. It's
No, not saving throws.
Just
not?
no.
No, just ability checks.
Just ability check.
Either way, 14.
Are you within 10 feet of me?
No, she's up above. In the
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, that's an 8.
All right.
You take 26 points of poison damage as its fangs ethereally sink into your leg and start pumping you full of a noxious substance, and your eyesight briefly goes blurry as you come back to reality.
Ooh.
Pretty hurt. That was a gnarly roll
26?
on damage, by the way. That was,
Am I poisoned too? It wouldn't matter. I'm exhausted.
no, you are not poisoned.
Great. I'm gonna make it my favorite foe. For an extra d6, I'm going to shoot that at twice.
Yeah, that was 2 7s and 8 and a 4 on 48.
Oof. Balls, man.
ruthless.
Balls.
You stole all my D8 rolls.
I know.
It's
Making up
going
for
to be
that
a
odorous blight
22
roll.
and a 14 to hit it.
Yeah.
Both of them?
Both hit. Yep.
All right. Ugh. 16 and 3 is 19 plus 8 is 20.
7.
27 points of damage.
Yeah. So you. So yeah, you were. Which one are you pointing at? The one that was.
The one that was in my face, yeah.
Right. So you were getting out of range, so you didn't have disadvantage, right? Is that the kind of idea?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, got you.
And then once I shoot it, I'm then going to slide down.
So yeah, you kind of start sliding down the wall with your clawed feet, just kind of hooking in slowly, dragging yourself down, and you pop 2 arrows off, and it hits it both right in the face. And it's still corporeal, and the arrows are staying in there, and it looks really fucked up from that one hit.
Oh, that's great. I'm going to go down like, I don't know, as far as I can, maybe to about 30 feet up. So drop 30 feet.
Okay, so you're 30 feet up instead of 60?
I would go, yeah, so I'm 30 feet up instead of 60.
Okay, gotcha.
I want to be closer to people who can.
So that'll put you about 30 feet away from him, too. Cool.
I'll do another 5. 35 away from him.
35. So now you're 35 feet away from him. Perfect.
25.
That's exactly where we wanted you.
Yeah. It's now their turn.
30 feet's pretty on.
This one gets within 5 feet of you. Can do nothing. He's 30 feet in movement. You have 35. These two are going to attack Valgan and Duke.
Oh no!
Duke, a 19.
Does not hit.
Valgan, natural 1, does not hit.
All right, cool.
Then they're both going to disappear. And then this one disappears too.
Get
Literally, when I heard that 19, I was like, I'm shield blocking that. But didn't have to.
It is now Melisol's turn. He's kind of like in the middle of a ritual right now, trying to find where the rift is. So he's kind of occupied with that at the moment.
Is he way back there?
Yeah, he's way off the battlefield, probably 50, 60 feet in front of the entrance, which remember there's also a tunnel. So he's probably 150 feet away from you guys in general at the moment. But he is in the middle of trying to find the rift. Duke, it is your turn.
Get the stone.
Get the stone. All right, so you walk up to the stone. And you make a strength check at disadvantage. Oh wait, you're not you. Sorry. Was going to be earlier.
He
but
actually has advantage because of silvery barbs.
Oh shit.
That's because I stepped on spider eggs.
That is going to be a 23.
23. You doesn't quite come off.
That's a 19 plus 4.
We need to break it.
To get that thing in.
Something about the way you as you pull on it, just absolute surrounding of it means it would take a pretty dramatic feat of direct strength to just pull it off. But you probably could crack the obsidian.
Okay, then I stab the obsidian.
There's an action to try to pull it. So if you didn't take an attack action, you don't have any attacks unless you use a bonus action.
Okay.
Or an action search.
Now we know the thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Armand.
So the way that this thing appears is that it is encased in obsidian.
There's like a little bit of it sticking out, but like about half of it is really buried in the obsidian.
Okay, and so the way that it looks is I need to chip away at it before I can just pull it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it looks like it could have been either. So as you went to pull on it, like you get a better sense of how you would be able to get it out after that pull.
Got it.
Much more knowledgeable.
With just, the 20 intelligence, lots of schooling, would I know like a weakness, melting point, or anything of obsidian, even though, obsidian is, formed deep below, so I'm sure it could take a lot of heat, but I'm trying to think of something that could help us break this away a lot easier.
Yeah, heat might help, might work. Yeah, depending on how much intensity it is.
All right, I'll start shouting out to everyone. We need a heavy blunt object. I'm going to start to weaken the column, and I'm going to cast Flaming Sphere. And I tell everyone, back off a little bit, so you don't want to be within 5 feet of it. So yes, and it's going to be doing. I'll even upcast it, so it's going to do 46 damage to anything that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere. So it's just radiating a lot of this heat.
Sure.
Or that runs into it.
Or I have it run into it. Yes, you're correct.
Okay, so roll 46 damage.
Okay. And this will be continuous, so it's a concentration spell.
Ooh,
8.
so many shinies. My eyes are so happy.
14 points of damage. And I figured that what this is going to do is also heat it up, make it a little bit more volatile and brittle.
14 points of damage. Okay.
First time chat.
Yeah. Exactly, I agree. That's why I've said a blunt object.
Heck yeah.
Got some smarties in chat.
So as you cast this sphere, it starts to heat up, and you start to, like if you get glass too hot and it starts to crack.
Sure.
It starts to do that a little bit.
Awesome.
Little pieces start to fall off. Doesn't quite break it out or completely shatter everything. It seems really embedded in there, and it's going to take a little bit of work to get it out. Katinka.
Oh, I saw.
At the start of your turn.
Oh no.
One of these spiders has legendary action.
from the wall, and Armand, you as well.
Oh no!
What the?
2 shadowy figures come out and grab you.
Oh boy.
I don't have energy.
Layer action.
No, it's a separate. Let's do this.
What?
A separate initiative for these guys. So do this.
To die.
Nice dice guardian.
Does a 13 hit you?
Just matches.
13.
13?
13, yeah.
It's a homebrew game.
We need to fix that.
Armand.
Okay, first off, should we see if one of the mirror images absorbs it first?
Well, first I think it finds out if you hit, and then we do that, right?
Let's
I
see.
think so. Otherwise,
Yeah, because otherwise you're wasting it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a 6, so it doesn't hit.
No, okay.
So you don't have to use your mirror images because it doesn't hit. However, you.
No. No, don't. No.
First, you take 8 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh.
Are you resistant?
I'm resistant.
And your strength score goes down by 1.
Wait, what? Okay.
He's draining you.
Sorry.
As this shadowy figure comes out and reaches into your the interior of your body and starts pulling you apart from the inside, muscle tissue by muscle tissue.
Wow.
Just little tiny shreds of necrotic energy reduces your strength score by 1.
Hold on.
We can look at features to see what yours is.
Yeah.
Like-
I'm gonna.
That's their turn.
Ability
Wait, no,
score?
hold on.
Is that
The ability
permanent?
score.
That's
Nope.
not permanent.
Was there a save for that?
It's a 2-hit, so it's an attack.
Wow. Yeah.
That is rough as hell.
Unless you have a reaction that you can do in
Yeah, that's what I'm
response.
looking at right now. But I know reaction needs to be quick.
There's hellish resistance is resistance to fire.
It's fire. Yeah. No,
Do you have the shield spell ready? Because that could raise your AC so you take no damage if you have the shield spell.
I think I had it at one point and I ended up. Oh, I do.
So you could say, as a reaction, I cast shield, and it raises your armor class up high enough so it's going to miss you.
You're right.
And your AC will be increased by that much for the remainder until the start of your next turn.
Oh yeah, plus
So
5 bonus AC.
So yeah, your AC is effectively 18 at the moment
Okay.
until the start of your next turn.
Okay.
Which is your turn now.
Yeah.
Shield's great.
But I mean, it still does make
That's-
you miss.
Okay, that's fine. But I yeah.
I'm
guessed
kind of
that.
curious if fire comes out of her tits. What is a shield spell then? Look at the hand.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, what does your shield spell look like?
The shield spell actually kind of comes out of my tail at the end of it.
Oh,
And I
okay.
was like, oh.
So like your tail kind of comes around and just like,
Oh,
cool.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's like an orange aura.
cool. Yeah, so this shadow comes in and like your tail starts whipping around you really fast and it kind of like backs off and doesn't. You don't take any damage, and your strength score is not reduced. And it's your turn.
Yay!
So you get your reaction back up. Also, the shield spell goes back down because
Okay.
it's the start of your turn.
Gotcha.
But still worth it.
Okay. Woo. All right.
What shield is meant for?
That is what shield is meant for.
Yeah. How much? I need it. Okay. I'm going to do. What is this?
That's another reaction.
Yeah. I want to cast. Where are my things? Where are my things?
They're all good.
Oh, there was one. No. I wanted. Gosh. That. I want to cast Scorching Ray. That's a 3 rays.
Yep, that'll work.
Yep.
Scorching Ray is great.
Scorching Ray at
We all know where this is going.
second level.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
Machine gun Charlie's.
Do I roll it 3 times?
Yes.
Each? Alright, so I'm gonna go after the 2 gas thingies, spiritual
So-
thingies. Or, actually.
So each one is like an attack, like your firebolt. So
Right.
you can.
Yep.
So you're attacking both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think one of
One
them
of those, and
be
then one, I should go after the thing that's holding the fire.
the column. Okay.
Yeah. I do that.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yep, pew pew pew. So this one goes toward. Oh no, that's not good. Oh wait, hold on. Nope. Are you serious? Man, that's a bad one. Oh my god.
Man, that shadow just shook you up. Like
It
you're like
did. Oh my fucking god.
2
That's
natural,
2 natural ones.
and a 5. We're like, what are you shooting at? What are you shooting at?
Whoa.
Roll an additional d20.
Okay.
And tell me what it is.
6.
I'm gonna.
And is everything I
For,
said
what would the
advantage?
total be if you were attacking?
My total, if I were.
Yeah,
I'm
6
confused.
plus what?
That would be a
Six-
14.
14. Roll your damage.
Okay. So my
I don't
damage
think
would
your
be.
dice jail's big enough for all these dice.
So 2d6 for each.
So yeah, roll 2d6 and tell me what it is.
Okay. Ooh, both 6s. Of course.
So 12.
12.
12 total.
This is bad.
This is not good.
This fine.
Oh, I just realized what you might be doing. Ah.
You rolled 2 nat ones.
Oh, I'm a tiefling sorceress.
So you are whipping your hands around trying to.
Wait, where do these come from?
Me?
Yeah, your hands.
My.
Oh yeah, you're whipping your boobs
Oh
around
yeah.
from the back, and like this thing is in front of you, and you've got your tail whipping around trying to like block it, and you kind of lean back a little bit, and one goes up, and you hear this.
What?
And descending from the ceiling,
No.
a big blob of black.
What
Pure
did you do,
ooze.
Katinka Borganov? What
And it's
did
got
you
a
do?
little tiny singe mark.
Wally. this is not a surprise anymore.
He could have been just taking a nap.
Oh my god.
She's a clockwork sorcerer. Sorry about that.
Thank you, that was fun.
You're welcome. It's
Which one of the dice is going to
It's initiative. Because
It's getting a little out of hand.
It is getting a little out of hand.
Mr. Ooze.
This battle, I wanted to have different initiatives for all these elements to kind of keep it. Because there's no legendary actions.
That's
Question:
fun.
did it end its turn?
It has not had its turn yet. It just descended from the ceiling as a reaction. It's not. It just kind of fell. Basically, it's not doing anything right now.
Like, I'm sorry, guys.
But that's
Last night's stream
Katika's
was
turn.
really weird.
Lena, you're up.
Lord.
It did take 12 points of damage too.
And what's your
okay.
subclass? Our fans must know.
Oh,
My subclass.
Figured we could do it on our turns.
yeah, that's good.
I took the Way of the Ancient Dragon.
Ascended dragon.
Ascended Dragon. So I have dragon powers,
A lot of dragon stuff in this campaign.
even though I'm a robot. So to speed up the fire process, I'm actually going to use Breath of the Dragon on the obsidian, and add 2d6 fire damage to it. I'm assuming it doesn't need to roll a dex saving throw.
It has, that's a good question. I don't think it can because it's an inanimate object.
You get the ooze too if you do the beam.
Oh yeah, if it's like a cone or a beam, do a little shuffle. That'd be great.
I don't think she needs a shuffle. She's looking right at it.
Oh yeah, you're already ready to go. So it does make a dex save.
Yeah, it would obviously.
It's gonna not succeed most likely. That's a natural 3 for a total of 0.
Excellent.
2d6.
It's just like it's like trying to matrix out of the way. Whoa.
For a total of 7
All right.
Okay.
to each of them. I don't
Yeah.
know.
You're welcome. It's no problem. We like interacting with you guys.
Yeah. The whole reason we stream is to talk to you guys and have you be a part of this.
100%. Yes.
Yarb.
Yep.
Cool. So you well up this extra energy from within you and just and the stone cracks a little bit more. It looks like it's maybe about half free at this point. And then the ooze just takes the full brunt of your breath, and if it doesn't have a face, but if it did, it would be like
It's just angry.
fire her.
Fire her. Why would you do that to me?
Why would you do that? I'm just over here minding my business, and then all of anyway. Go ahead.
Above
Booger
table,
boy.
I don't know what type of metal I'm made of exactly, so can I hit molten obsidian when it's hot? Like,
Do you have any fire resistances?
no.
You are technically hitting with a weapon though.
Yeah, so.
That's true. Yeah, all that. Fuck it. That sounds awesome.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, she's one of
I'm gonna punch.
And then the sphere is a 5-foot radius.
Is from it so that so it's a 5-foot radius around it. Would whatever ends its turn there, or it comes in direct collision of it.
So that'd be 10-foot diameter. So if she got close enough to hit it, would she enter the sphere?
If she could go like through its like radius and be fine as long as she doesn't end her turn. But if she goes through the sphere, she'll take.
Okay, cool. So you'll have
Stay
to.
where you are now.
Yeah, I just reach in and hit it.
All right.
So we end our turn there.
Correct.
Okay.
So you can still get up there and like whack it, but you get back up again.
Okay, that's 17 plus 8 to hit it.
Yeah.
And then for damage, 11 points of damage.
11
to
points
try
of
and
damage.
chip at it.
Lena's down there kicking rocks.
Yeah, so-
Literally kicking rocks.
So yeah, you can do 2 attacks.
You did.
No, it's right because sorry, the other one was already, you already did that. So yeah, so you come in with your fist and just pop, and little pieces of obsidian, like glowing obsidian, just kind of start flying off of it. Seems like it loosened it up a little bit more. Is that your turn?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna move out of the way. I'm not gonna stand in the molten fire.
Oh yeah, and then you're back up.
Liquid hot
Yeah.
magma.
Okay.
I wanted to position it so it was hitting the column, not them, but we don't have a grid here, so it's really hard to see.
Oh yeah.
I don't think there is a way to position it so that it is hitting the column.
Oh, is this the sphere?
I kind of roughly put it down, but I think
I got you. Yeah, so I mean, you could stand next to it at that point if you.
That's what I was hoping
If you
for.
wanted to stay in proximity.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's from this, so.
It's not
Yeah.
centered on it.
Right.
Word.
Yeah.
I understand that. So
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
it.
unless we have a better representation of a ball of fire, right? That's why.
Oh man, we got a lot of enemies on the board now, you guys.
Yeah. It is now the ooze's turn.
Is the one in my face gone?
Is Lena a
No.
mechanical being Warforged, or
But
is
they're
there
gonna blink.
any reflavoring?
They're blinking.
Face better than Lincoln.
I am a mechanical being. It's unclear if I have a soul or not. We're working on that. I do have autonomy. However,
Self-aware.
yeah, I am completely self-aware.
Basically going to be.
And unfortunately, my former master passed
Tax
away.
opportunity?
Does it take sphere attack if it goes through it?
Let me look it up.
If the sphere passes through,
It's not smart enough to know.
So if it passes through the sphere.
I'll read. It's got really strange.
Do it.
Yeah.
It's
Or
got
if it-
strange
if it's
wording.
there.
So he ran right through it.
No, it's if he
Well, let's
runs
find out.
into it.
Oh,
Double
okay.
checking.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, okay, here's what it says. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet must make a dex saving throw or take damage. As a bonus action, I can move the sphere 30 feet, and if I ram it into a creature, that creature must immediately make a saving throw and take damage. Sphere stops there. Anything else? That's it. So, yeah, I guess it's
Gotcha.
fine. It's just because it's like flickering like
Right. Gotcha. All right.
Everything went blurry.
Oh.
Is it blurry for you
Wow,
all?
but the live is still excellent.
Yeah, it might just be this particular screen.
Because on mine.
Usually it's.
Sometimes the streams will. Okay, wait a minute. Let me see what it looks like on mine.
Can't
Yeah.
cross the streams.
I mean, it still sees the health is excellent. I think it's still streaming out just fine. It's just blurry right here. I could
Were they
reset.
asking if you were a Warforged?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks great.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
whether or not I was.
All right, it looks great, we're
a
good.
Standard issue or not.
Standard issue Warforged.
So
Hell no.
she's looking good.
collector's
Cheap,
edition. Thank you
baby.
very much.
It's a collector's edition, super rare.
Organic. Local organic.
Free range.
Local free
A
range.
vintage.
24 hits
actually,
you?
as well.
Support your local artificer.
Who's the guy oozing?
Lena.
He's not oozing
Gross.
me at all.
Wouldn't it be an attack of opportunity from your shadow or your reaction?
Oh, wait, hey.
Yeah, you've got Sentinel.
Hey, that guy moved away from my shadow guy. He gets an attack of opportunity there.
Was he next to the shadow guy?
He was.
Here.
He was right there, and then he moved,
And you went through. You said
He went
Oh, that's
straight
true.
through.
Yeah.
and then he moved.
Go ahead.
right here. Roll stairs.
Good look now. That's an 18 to hit him.
That hits.
So with Sentinel,
That hits. Yep. Jerk.
does this mean the thing is stopped on the fire? Because it tried to go through, and its Sentinel would stop.
It would have been as
Yeah.
he's leaving.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Aha! Double win.
Teamwork.
All right, roll your damage.
All right.
Oh, because now he's going to get jacked up?
Yep.
Get him.
It would still be within Lena's reach at that point by the time he got to that
So
position.
yeah, the attacks are still
fair.
legit. Yeah.
Yeah, but he'll
12.
still be stuck in the sphere.
12.
12
damage.
damage. Gotcha.
12 piercing damage.
So Lena.
No. How a fighter stops and ooze that large, I don't know, but I'll take it.
Yeah, how a shadow fighter stops and ooze that
You
look.
take
Magic.
30 points total.
Magic.
30?
8 of which is bludgeoning, if that makes any difference. The rest is poison. Oh, sorry, acid damage.
I'm very glad you clarified.
I know. I was like, oh wait, no, poison is resistant. Nah, acid.
Yeah, poison. She's like,
Rude.
Valgan.
Okay.
all right, things have gone poorly.
30 points.
I know it's a little silly right now.
Get him!
So I've got to do something that's going to benefit everybody. So let's do this. If I upcast bless.
Killing bad guys benefits everyone.
No, I know, but
I don't know. I think they're constantly summoning, and I think we gotta
that's
just.
fair. Bless is also very good.
so I can only get 3 people with a level 2 bless.
Almost forgot about battle music.
Oh, what?
Oh!
Yeah.
So
Is it going?
No.
It might be
Lena,
building up.
Ro,
There we go.
There we go.
I have 2 in there. I think one of them doesn't work.
I'm gonna bless the 3 of you. You get a D4 additional to. Whenever the target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a D4 and add the number to the attack or saving throw.
Fantastic. Thank you.
It is. No, actually, it isn't.
I was a blessed.
Who is it?
Who was it?
It's Ro,
Me.
Duke, and Lena.
Wait, hold on. This.
Why?
If you upcast to the second level, you should get more.
No, don't throw it. We gotta put him over there.
Oh, sorry.
You know,
I know, I just put it on my
We're
nose.
part of our own club. They got all the blessing, Hastings. We're just
Rosebud.
over here.
I know, I got you.
Oh, you got me. Okay, I can see. Thank you. Thank you.
So hold on. It's.
You're right. Your boy Skylar, justice is happening.
Justice is happening. I think I get 4 at level 2.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, cool. So,
One of them deflated.
we'll go. Oh, thank you. Katinka, I'm gonna bless you as well.
Valgan, real quick.
Katinka, you're blessed. You get a
what's
plus
your
4.
oath?
Racist fit vampire.
Oh,
D
I'm
plus
sorry.
D4,
Yeah, I am an Ancient Oath paladin. I've also recently become a gold dragon-blooded sorcerer as well. Yeah. So,
Wait,
yeah, I was
Justice.
I'm blessing everybody that has to make attack rolls.
Your boy Skylar.
Yeah.
Justice.
Yeah, I'm also a paladin of Bahamut, so I seek justice in all things.
Justice. Justice dick.
And for those of you curious, there's an After Hours podcast where Duke and I will judge you for your sins.
Much judgment.
Soon, maybe
It's called Duke
next
Gun.
month.
Val Duke.
Val Duke.
Is that your turn?
That's it. Yeah.
All right.
Oh man.
Ro.
All right. I'm going to shoot one of these really scary purple bitches. Bonus action, I move my hunter's mark onto this one that is closest to me. So I will get the extra damage, and I will get sneak attack. But she's. Oh wait, those aren't what I need. I need to attack first.
Quite a D4.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
And you also have advantage on that attack
Why?
because it's within 5 feet of the front.
I get sneak attack. I don't think I get advantage.
But we get disadvantage.
Well, she's doing ranged, right? So I didn't know
Yeah.
you got. Okay.
Yeah, you get sneak attack because you have.
But I
people-
don't have advantage.
No.
Ooh, it's not good, you guys. It's not good. What is that? 7, 16? Not bad.
Going for one of the shadows.
Yes.
That hits.
16. Sweet.
Well, then we live in a world.
The bless really helps.
I needed it. I rolled a 4.
Damn.
We
I was like,
a world where 16 isn't good.
Your boy Skylar, the
Valgan
above
Judgment
table.
ASMR.
Yes, the Judgment Time ASMR has a Patreon. Send all money to lenasfunbucks.com.
18 points of damage.
18.
And then I'll.
Is that piercing damage?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
Yep.
Arrows are piercing.
Oh, yeah, it's got a bing. Yes. Is she still up?
Yeah, so the arrow kind of like, as you pull it back and it goes through it, penetrates and just kind of comes out the other side. There's a little bit of rift in the shadowy energy that this being is made up of, but the arrow doesn't do as much damage as you hope.
How much was was your hunter's mark? Because that is not piercing. That's
D6.
magic, isn't it?
It would be. Yeah, so the hunter's mark. And
What kind of damage?
Sneak? Does the sneak?
Sneak is piercing.
Yeah.
Sneak is piercing, but the sneak. What he's saying is that sneak would have a different maybe
Yeah,
damage.
because I don't know. I hadn't thought about that because it's a spell. It does an extra 1d6 when you hit it with weapon attack. It doesn't specify.
So it's the same kind of damage then.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's whatever the weapon is.
I appreciate you. That would have been great. I'm going to
Good
shoot
looking
her
out.
again. I'm blessed, yeah?
Yes.
That's good.
It's a whole minute, so we've got a lot of combat.
10 rounds.
18.
Yeah. 18 hits.
Ro is the best character. Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
14.
Everyone's
For
the best
another
character.
18 points of damage.
Another 18.
I'm not going to tell
So 36
our
on
viewers
her.
who they're going to like or not like.
Yeah. Beautiful.
As arrow
Lena's
pierces through
totally
its
not jealous.
what would be its skull,
Wonderful.
Corinne is
barely lands enough to like dissipate it.
Do things get darker up above? Like if I were to
It's
go
kind
like,
of the same twilight all the way through.
Okay.
Oh, we're in weird, everything's lit the same no matter what land.
Very
I'm gonna,
lots of gray.
I'm gonna climb back up another like 10 feet to put
Okay.
me at 35.
Okay.
Fuck it, I'm gonna go back to 60. I'm gonna go all the way up back to 60 feet.
All right. Fair enough.
I'll park my little business in a ledge. That's my turn. Oh, I am a Gloomstalker Ranger, and I got to dip into Rogue. Yeah, because I wanted disengage and dodge, so I'll probably double dip into that.
Ew, spiders.
There's a new one?
Gross.
Time check, guys. How are you?
Yeah, sure. I'm good.
Good.
Oh, you guys are saying such nice things about me. Thank you. The best
Row
inmate
17.
That hits me, yeah.
Okay.
What is hitting me? What is coming out?
Spider.
What? I thought it was gone.
It poofed back out of the
Oh,
ethereal
that's really
range.
bad.
Lena, a 21.
Yep.
Okay.
It hits.
Duke. A 11.
Does not hit.
Oh, it's gonna fuck me
Katinka.
up, guys.
You wait. Hold on.
A 11 does not hit you.
So who got hit?
Lena and Ro.
Oh,
I
no.
have advantage
Oh, no.
against being poisoned.
Okay, so who
That's-
should I, who, out of the two of you, who should I?
You're not being
Wait,
poisoned, you're
saving
taking
throws
poison
less is on
damage.
saving throws, right?
Saving throws.
Yeah, so you need to take.
I'm
Oh,
not
yeah. So,
resistant.
Hold on, I could do a reaction. I'm just trying to decide which one.
Well, we do both silvery barbs.
Yeah, so let's.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna.
both silvery
of them?
barbs?
No, you do one, I could do the other. and
That's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah. With our insults combined. But the question is, I think there's 3 hits, and...
There's 2 hits.
There's 2 hits, and
It's Lena and Ro.
then,
So, didn't you also get Katinka?
No, it was 11.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
okay, then then you get one, I'll get the other, and...
Okay, so on Ro, it was a natural 19 on the second hit, so still hits. On Lena,
That's even with the 8?
it's 21, so still hits.
8 does hit points.
Yeah, hit points.
Okay.
So they both still hit?
But you did add some. Yeah, they both still.
But
hit.
we both could give advantage to somebody. I'll continue giving... Don't give it to you?
We've got con saves coming up.
So I'm gonna give to Lena.
I'll give it to Ro.
Thank you.
All right.
Because I'm not resistant. And
I get.
I just gave you advantage on
I
all
forgot
roll,
about
your
this
choice.
spider.
Okay.
So if you have an advantage on,
Actually, it's the first roll.
I don't think you have advantage. Do you have advantage on con? You don't have not con saves against poison, just advantage against being poisoned.
Being poisoned.
So this is poison damage. It's not the same thing. Do you have a resistance to poison damage?
I
think
it's to poison damage.
Yeah, I think so. So you're still resistant to the damage either way, but you also have advantage on the con save regardless. So go roll with advantage, and you'll also take half of whatever that is anyway. And then roll con save normal.
If you make the save, you're gonna quarter the damage.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Fuck. Excuse my
And
French.
your bless.
Say boss.
You also have advantage.
Do I have advantage? Oh, that's right. That's right. Thank you. Thank you, bats.
Real quick, when does our exhaustion point kick in?
One after
You have
a
to do a
long
long
rest.
rest.
Yeah, but is that disadvantage on initiative?
It's ability.
check.
And ability checks. Okay.
Yeah. Not and, it's just ability
Oh,
checks.
just ability.
Okay.
Yeah, initiative is an ability check.
21.
Yeah.
13.
I don't understand how that happened.
With the bless?
I rolled a 6 and a 10 and then a 1 on my bless.
Oh.
I know.
So it's a 10 plus.
10 plus 1 plus 2.
So
It's
total of 14.
13.
13.
Yeah. These dice are going to go over there for a while.
13 is a success.
Is it? Ooh! Okay.
Yes.
That is very good because
got
otherwise
you.
I would fall to my death.
Yes. However, so
So what you got?
did you succeed?
Yeah.
And you're resistant to poison.
21.
So you'll take 7 points of poison damage total,
and then I take 14.
and you take 15.
15.
Yeah.
Help.
It would have been 30 if you failed that.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah. Yeah. We'd have eaten some death saves there on the way down, I imagine.
That is their turn.
And that was a spider.
That was spiders. Yeah. Venwick. Oh wait, sorry, not Venwick. He's still concentrating, trying to find the rift. Duke.
All right.
He's effectively gone. I'm gonna take him out, so that makes it
So
easier.
many bad guys.
Simplify it. Oops.
How dare you?
Take out the ally that's not doing anything anymore.
Okay. Well,
Make it easier.
spiders are a bunch of poop noggins and kind of mess up what I was going to do. I think we do it anyways. And I just eat the thing.
Did you give the ooze its fire damage for ending its turn?
I think it's at the start of Armand's turn, yeah?
No, it's at the end of
No, it's at the end of their turn.
Oh, okay, cool. So roll that damage for me.
Will do. I need more success.
I just thought about that.
Yeah, it's a good call. I did not know that that's how it worked.
Nope, she's got one, and I'll take one for you, so I'll take luck from both sides.
Nice.
Oh god.
Yes,
Why did
Oh
the one
my
fail? Why did the one fail? Why? Okay. 5, 10, 14 damage.
14, nice.
Bad dice. All my dice are bad today.
My child did well.
I'm gonna go for it.
Put this back in jail.
Yeah. I'm so
Give me
glad that
these-
one. Seriously. Here.
It
Okay.
is toasty in here. It is toasty. This thing doesn't breathe at all. Also,
Sitting over here.
How messed up is that ooze looking?
It's starting to look pretty rough.
I would like to learn
rough?
more Yiddish.
Yeah, it's got like a big sort of cut in the center of it. It looks like it's kind of falling apart from the middle.
Okay.
Let's fight bad guys, not the rock. Sorry, Rose Delirious.
I'm a bonus action, hex the ooze.
Okay. Ooze has been hexed.
And
It's like
I will give it disability on strength saving throws.
It's probably the best one
Or
you could have.
disability on strength. Right. Ability checks. And then I'm going to move over there
To the ooze?
to the ooze. I'm aware. I move over to it. So I move over to it.
Okay.
You're touching it right now.
Oh, cool. So then I don't take an attack of opportunity. Correct. I move Shook so that he's flanking it,
Okay.
Yay.
which gives me advantage on.
Does indeed. Roll your
I'm
attacks.
gonna go ahead.
Is
That is a 19 to hit,
That hits.
and then nat 20.
That hits.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice. Get him.
So
so you hit 4 times when you're including shoot now, don't you?
well,
Bonus action to move, shoot, right? Or
not a bonus action to move.
Okay,
Shoot. He
so
just moves
he
30
moves
feet
in.
on my turn.
so yeah, you can do. I think you can bonus. What is it? The
That is not a bonus attack. I can just do that.
the apparate echo thing.
I can, manifest echo.
Yeah.
I can just attack with Shook a third time.
Oh, so he doesn't get both of your attacks.
He does not get both of my attacks.
That's what I was asking, yeah.
So first attack, I do a total of 14 points, 3 necrotic.
As a clarification, the manifest echo is a bonus action.
To manifest the echo, give me a second.
Yeah.
Sorry, what I mean is unleash incarnation.
Unleash incarnation. Okay.
Yeah. Does not take a thing. Whenever you take the attack action, you can make one additional melee attack from the echo's position.
Oh, cool.
That is correct. Echo Knight. He'll tell you his build in a second.
Yeah.
Echo Knight ++.
Echo Knight Fighter, Hexblade Warlock.
That's fucking awesome.
Shattered high.
Broken shit. Go ahead.
So that's my.
He's pretty broken.
So 14, 3, the dude guy. And then I need, you know what, I'll just roll twice.
14, you said?
14 for the first one.
Okay.
Right? And then. 5. 8. 6 plus 8.
14.
14 plus 7. 21.
Woo!
Plus 8 of which is necrotic.
Okay.
Spicy.
Unleash Incarnation. I'm going to attack him again.
Okay.
Is he still up? Mm-hmm. How about
Barely holding together.
That's a 19 to hit.
Hits.
So yeah, it's a very close natural 19.
I gotcha.
Right. So another 15 damage, 3 necrotic.
How do you want to kill the ooze?
So I figure I just kind of like
Jello him, like what you do with Jello, where you like stab it with a fork a bunch, and it kind of like just dissolves. Right? I figure I take like my trident, right, Talons of Thought, and I'm just like poke a bunch of holes in him, so it's just like got like all these holes, and he just kind of can't really maintain stability in his form. He's just kind of like.
Yeah, it just kind of like falls apart. As you kind of keep doing that, you see the two halves like start to recoalesce a little bit, but then you keep stabbing and it doesn't have a chance to reform a split version of itself because it's not its turn.
All right.
That's your turn.
Action surge.
I was gonna deal with the spiders if you want.
You got the spiders?
I got something.
Okay, never mind.
All right. Armand.
Hello, everybody. My name is Armand, and I am a level 1 artificer for the extra defense bonus, but also mostly so we can have cure wounds for this cleric lacked, no druid, have some kind of means of heals.
Hey.
So we have a wizard.
The paladin's right here.
As I said, no heals.
But see if I lay on hands you and it's
I see you, Valgan. I see you.
But the rest of it is all.
I'm never touching you again.
Is all wizard enchantment, and yes, the focus is sort of David Bowie from Labyrinth as a vampire. So
That is why I wore this shirt.
thank
and
you.
did
Yes,
my hair
we're all
like
dressed
so.
up.
Indeed.
Thank you.
It is his birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So, one little detail I forgot to mention, I kind of envisioned, this is the first time the group has seen Flaming Sphere, I would imagine it would be kind of like just a very generic image of like a vampire's head, kind of like clip art, like you would find online. So, very nondescript flames and like, just very blank eyes, blah, 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 like blah, and every time blah, there's a burst of fire. And as that's going, and I'll roll damage for that in a second, I'm going to rotate right here with this perfect, beautiful lightning bolt line. Bam!
Oh, so
My God.
Congratulations, son. You played yourself.
mistake.
sexy.
Yeah,
you did.
That's a line.
We got it.
Well played.
DC 17. That's dexterity.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Dexterity, you said?
Yeah.
DC 17. That's
So good.
Shadow succeeds.
Poop.
Spider 1 succeeds. Spider 2
Stupid
fails.
I need more success dice.
Spider
Load me in.
3 succeeds. Yeah.
One failed.
I rolled
Anybody
like
want to silvery barb those?
No, I think I want to save that for when people get
so. This guy failed.
I think just
Everyone
one
else
more,
succeed.
Go, my
All
children.
right, here we go.
I rolled really good on those.
That's still 4 guys, so let's see what we get.
But it still take half, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's still gonna be brutal.
Mm.
That's not bad at all.
My children did pretty well.
20.
That was my child. 6 and a 4 and a 3.
33 damage across the road for all 4. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
So 43,
33.
33.
It's still good. That's the thing.
I mean,
So-
that's still like 60.
Shadows have resistance to lightning, and the lightning kind of like courses through it, but it's so much lightning that it still dies.
Yeah!
That's 16 hit points total, so like 32 was the break point, so 33 is out. And then this one resisted.
Did it pass, though?
It did. So it still, oh yeah, it still takes half anyway. Right. So yeah, so it takes a quarter. No, good call. Thank you.
God.
I mean, it still takes a good hit.
Whose side are you on anyway?
The side of truth and honesty.
The side of truth. That's the side I'm on.
Boo, yes.
This one was already kind of hurt from before. It had moved in.
Get off Katinka.
So even though it's saved, this one failed entirely. It's gone.
Yeah!
This one saved, and it's still looking pretty fucked up from
I love the idea.
from the
You
hit.
look at your mirror and you're like, these guys look like they can. And then you turn your mirror around and you're just like.
I do miss the days when lightning bolts could bounce off walls. I added in,
Oh, yeah,
a whole
yeah.
other level of math. All right, so that was, I would guess, like 15 feet, and then I'll go beside Katinka again, just for moral support, and then I'm going to roll the damage of the flaming sphere that's still being continued.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, did he kill the
Ooze
already?
is gone, yeah.
So it's gonna jack up the rock.
Yeah.
Can you move it into that spider?
I can, but there's a...
No, there's a clear path for it.
But the problem is...
It's big.
If I do that, then it will be, because...
Duke and Lena will get hit.
Duke and Lena will get the radius
That
damage.
is
And I'm
terrible.
trying
So
to...
I'm assuming you're moving it
terrible
slightly this
idea.
way, kinda out of there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you throw it onto the thing above my head?
It doesn't have that range, but because isn't it like 35 feet up?
I'm pretty, yeah.
I can move it 30 feet a turn, so I can get...
that one before, right?
Wait, I went 60 up.
You went 60
So
up.
he would have had to move.
There's a couple new ones. Some of them were ones from before, too. So things that you hit are... There's still some of those spiders in
This die. That's a 30.
Yeah,
As a matter of fact, the one that you see here does have arrows sticking out of it from when you you recognize the arrows that
So
you saw.
it came up into my business.
Right.
Is what it would have had to do.
Right. So it moved before, and then you moved kind of back up, and then it still had its movement at the start of its, and then it
To
bonus
come up
action
to me. Yeah.
bonus action reapparated itself.
14 damage to the column to continue breaking it apart. So
It's like a couple of shreds still holding on. Like one good tug at this point might actually pull it off.
Stay focused, everybody.
All right. Rose just like, I fucking hate you. Just like looking at
the
this
shadows
spider.
are
Has
gone.
no idea what y'all are
so
doing.
that's it.
Okay.
None.
Katinka, the shadows are gone.
She's living her nightmare.
Oh no, there is one shadow. Never mind. I forgot.
It's got fangs that are.
There is one shadow.
A whole tooth.
We do have a pretty dark themed party. It's great.
What are you talking about?
I do not know what you mean. We do not kill first
kind
lords.
of coast around Katinka and go straight for
Falcon
Armand.
is all like.
As it
around. Is that attack of opportunity?
no, it's still within range of you. It just kind of like
Okay.
shoots around.
All right.
Yeah. Oh. 11's not gonna hit you. So it kind of reaches out and it's like it's kind of still coursing with lightning. Kind of you see the briefest of a face kind of go off of it and the mist kind of coming around.
I want to flip it around and show the mirror to itself so it probably is a little freaked out. Like, look what you've become.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh, okay.
I'll say that uses your reaction if you want to do it.
I really love my reactions. But, you know...
But who knows what happens when you do this.
I kind of like doing this anyway, so I want to do it just to see what happens. I'm just curious. That's good. That's 19.
19?
And boom, boom.
So cool.
You see this shadowy figure. The face becomes more and more human. And you see
Oh, that's right.
a farmer.
Okay.
And like they're touching their face. And then fade out.
Ooh.
I look over Katinka, it's like, I have a way with undead. I understand.
Oh my gosh. Was that
That's them.
I don't know if this
the weak of the herd? No, these are the ones that were weak and got
They
taken by the.
From a mechanic standpoint, they technically count as undead, but
Yeah.
there's some flavor there too. All right, Katinka, now it's your turn.
I'm gonna try and redeem myself and do twin spell with firebolt.
Yeah.
Is a spider. Again.
That would be amazing.
Remember, the second target has to be something else.
Yep. So the second target will be the other spider.
All right, poppity pop pop. Don't get blessed.
Ooh,
The real
yeah.
question is, how are you going to separate your boobs that far to get that angle?
I like to think she pirouettes.
Yeah, it's a spins around.
Yeah.
Just shoulders super far
Yep.
back.
16
Pop
to
that
hit.
sternum.
Yeah.
Okay.
And go ahead and roll for the other one too. to
How
see- and
much
then
of
roll
you
your
is
damage.
clockwork?
No.
It's like, oh, it'd be horrifying. Oh, like the.
You still get blessed. You never
Yeah, you still
know.
got blessed too.
Oh, and that's just once?
It's
It's every attack.
Every time.
Every attack.
Every attack.
Every attack, every saving
Ooh.
throw, and something else.
Oh, that's very
Ability
helpful.
check or save? Or
16 to
I think
hit.
it's just attacks and saving.
It's
That hits.
16 hits?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Roll damage for both those hits.
Sweet. So first one's 2d10. Ooh, I like that d10.
It's passive. No, it doesn't affect damage.
I do it. Is it 10? Yes. I'll go after the one row first. 10. That's 10 points.
Nice.
Sweet.
Oh god.
So you see this firebolt fly past your face and just hits the spider square, and like the arrows that you fired into it earlier catch on fire and are starting to burn its face, and it curls up and falls off.
She just laughs at it as it like burns and falls out.
And then damage on the second one.
You're welcome. Second.
I owe you a
10.
drink, girl.
Ooh. That's a 19 points of damage on this.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Thank you so much. Katinka.
We wiped all the enemies off.
Yeah.
For now.
Oh boy.
Quick, everyone, focus on the stone. Let's get out of here.
Quick. Yes.
That's dope.
Get that.
Get the stone.
And actually, Lena's up, so it's perfect timing.
Let's see. Twin spell actually takes equal to spell.
We're effectively out of battle.
Okay, then we just beat on it and pop the stone.
Yeah.
Who does it?
I'm just gonna put my hand right through the obsidian underneath so it completely just cracks the top of it off.
So at this point, it's barely holding on, so it's a lot more brittle than when Duke tried to do it the first time.
Rose ready in action in case something pops out.
And you
We'll shoot it.
reach to the base, which is now more free, and go make a strength check. It's a very low DC at this point.
Strength check? Okay. Strength plus 5.
Is that a bless thing?
It is a blessed thing.
Yeah, it is a blessing.
Oh, my bad. That's sad. Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7.
How is your strength plus 5? Strength plus 1.
What?
Strength check plus 1.
Oh, it's not a saving throw.
Yeah, it's not a saving throw.
Oh, yeah, it's a check.
It's a check.
It's a check.
My bad. So
Whose side are you on?
Clearly the bad
And justice.
That's not until after the game.
7.
7.
This hour isn't until later.
At this point, it's been damaged so much that passes. You needed,
I'm not
you needed a
strong.
5.
I'm fast.
It only had 4 hit points left of its base out of 50.
okay.
So yeah, you come up to it and with some more effort than you all think she should have had to do, considering how dilapidated it is. But now you're holding this like slightly throbbing stone.
Is it red? Throbbing?
Dark colored red
How
stone.
big is it?
Well, it's about this big. It's maybe basketball sized.
Okay.
And it has a sort of like, as you look deeper into it, it has sort of like a sort of funneling sort of energy going towards the center of it. And just a faint little bit of like movement inward.
All right, Falcon, call it. How are we getting out of here?
Well, first of all, each of you gets 10 hit points from my lay on hands.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
And secondly, I mean, we'll just lead the way out. We need to get out of here and get to the portal.
Yeah.
All right.
So
All right.
she's making the ritual for us, right?
Yep.
The way I envision this is that as we're leaving, I'm going to have the flaming spear basically be the cork to this, just in case there's more things that appear in this area, and have it just stay at the entrance of this this area, like closing off our escape.
All right. So as Lena pulls this thing, you guys start to leave. You start to hear cracking from above as huge slabs of obsidian start to fall. You guys work your way out of the tunnel. You start hauling ass, and you hear from behind you. You start hearing from behind you like cracking and tumbling and stuff like that. You come running out of the tunnel. You see Melisol there, like, all right, it's ready, and does the last little bit as the whole entire thing starts to fall forward, and you all, and that's where we're gonna end tonight.
Yeah. We made it.
Very cool. Oh shit, you guys.
You
I could, and because the flame sphere can only move 30 feet every round, I can look back like, no, flame! You did so good! I'm proud of you!
Thank you all for joining us for Above Table.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody. Don't forget to like.
I don't know if we're doing next week or not, but we'll do it as often as we can because we're all adults with jobs. But we love you and we love that you're here. So go ahead and give us a follow. If you haven't yet, we're only 6 away from 300.
Tell your friends.
Do I look cute enough? Please follow.
Everybody all at once. They
Do
can't
it, do
resist
it, do it,
all
do
of
it now,
us.
do it, do it now, do it, do it 3 times, do it.
Thank you guys so much for like sticking around and watching us.
Yeah, that was great.
If you want to continue watching some Dungeons and Dragons, I'm going to go raid someone else who's deserving of all of your attention. So stick around.
Also, all of the, well, vast majority of the episodes for all of this are on the YouTube channel that's in the description.
Indeed.
Yeah, check it
Aside
out.
from 2 that got accidentally lost to the ether because user error. But the rest are there.
How dare
Because
you
people
be
have tried to look for it, there isn't an episode 1. So just skip episode 1.
Yeah, that's the
Oh
one.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
It's not
It was
there.
a pilot.
It was a pilot. Episode 2 was better anyways.
We had different people too, so it was like kind of a reset. All right. We love
I
you.
appreciate
Bye-bye.
you, Skylar.